Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Oh my god, I'm a disheveled mess. Look at my hair. Look at it. Oh my god. I need a haircut so bad. Oh, it's out of control. Hi everybody. Simon, good morning. How are you? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's good to see you all. Tonight we're going to be beating One Must Ball 2097. But also, I haven't been able to see the Nintendo Direct. And at the point that I'd be able to, I was like, well, I should just watch it and react live. I'm finishing up some mac and cheese right now. Nice! I had Sloppy Joes. That's what I had for dinner. Good old-fashioned Sloppy Joes. So we're going to watch the Nintendo Direct and react to it. I don't normally do reactions. That's not, you're not going to get a crazy person responding. I'll be excited. My predictions are that we're going to see the Hunter from Monster Hunter in Smash. My prediction is that we're going to see a throwaway Kirby game for the spring. We're going to see Sports Story. We're going to see Silk Song. We're going to get a hint of Breath of the Wild. And that's kind of it. Maybe a Mario sports game. Maybe a Mario sports game you might see. Jared, how's it going? Jared, how you feeling? I hope you're doing okay, my friend. So we're going to watch the Nintendo Direct because I haven't seen it yet. And, I mean, let's just get going because I want to beat One Must Fall tonight, too. I'm excited. So, let's get going. Let's just get the party started. You're back? Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, J-Rod. Dude, I am so sorry. Alright, so let's get moving here. Boink, boink. Everything okay on your end? You see everything alright? COVID release, yeah. Release dates and other information are subject to change. Yes. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better, my friend. I'm with you. I got Valheim. I'm playing this weekend. Friday I'll be playing Valheim. Let's see. Okay, so Xenoblade Chronicles. Or Xenoblade, whatever, Chronicles 2.
One day, Pyra just disappeared.
They already did DLC. Is this a sequel? I've never played this game, so I'm curious. I can't find her. She's in Smash. That'd be the... Is she really gonna be in Smash?
Whatever it takes. This is where you were. Pyra!
Sorry, Rex.
Oops.
I couldn't tell you. Because I got an invitation to...
Oh my gosh, see? I told you. She didn't Smash. I wanted it to be the Monster Hunter. Oh, man. Yeah, this is Xenoblade 2.
Just sit back and leave it to me, Rex. Behold the power of the Aegis.
She's a sword. A fire sword. I don't know. You see, I got my Mr. Game & Watch. I don't need anybody else. The seasoned fighters!
Talk about a tight spot. Mithra, let me handle this.
Interesting. Okay, so that's like the other costume.
Mithra!
Another sword fighter, says J-Rod, I know.
Hey, were these guys planning on... Gee, I feel kind of bad now. Coming through.
Simon wanted Mike from Star Tropics. Oh. That's this trophy there, sadly. One day.
What? You can even use that!
I don't know, man. I need more troll characters. That's what I need.
You two can swap between each other freely.
Okay, so it's Zelda.
Blinding speed.
OG Zelda, you know?
Nothing can stand our way.
Quite the spectacle.
Quite a spectacle. I'm a talking dragon.
I've missed this, everybody. Finally by once a while. Oh, look, our friends are here. And there's a boat.
That's cool, at least. You get all the characters in the background.
You're all mine. I'll let you
I always love that.
sacred arrow.
Good Zelda.
Burning sword.
Nailed it!
Sure did. Witness our power.
Oh, man.
Shulk?
Never expected to see you two again. Well, now that you're in Smash, I won't go easy on you.
Ooh, fighting words. You forget. We're fighters too!
I don't know. That's not for me. That's just not for me. Xenoblade people are probably losing their minds, and I'm happy for them. But I've never been excited for Smash stuff because I have my guy.
Hello, everyone. It's been a while. I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo.
Hi.
Last year, we delivered some news through a series of Nintendo Direct mini presentations. However, we haven't been able to present a Nintendo Direct in this style for some time. I'm happy to share this Nintendo Direct with you all today. We appreciate your
Oh, J-Rod. You're not wrong, man. Mega Man was a good one. Sephiroth was cool.
Okay, what you just saw was the reveal trailer for the newest fighter in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game, Pyra and Mithra. They originally appeared in the Xenoblade Chronicles series as Rex's 2-in-1 ally. Please look forward to seeing their moveset in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This fighter releases in March, so we hope you'll stay tuned just a bit longer.
Okay.
All right, let's continue with our...
So we're not getting an in-depth dive. I thought that was going to be a fourth of the show. So that's good. Aw, Fall Guys is coming to Switch. That's cute. But I was for sure like positive that that the Smash thing was going to be a quarter of the whole thing. That they're going to do the deep dive on the Direct. That Mega Man video, man, J-Rod. The moment they show the final Smash on the Mega Man video, and you see all the different Mega Men, it was good.
Stumble toward greatness when
I missed the boat on Fall Guys. It's already passed.
2021.
I gotta move on and play other things.
You have 20
Ah! Everyone should play this game. Everyone should play this game.
reaches of space to uncover.
Everyone should play this game. It is the most brilliant game ever made.
You have 20
Cerebral, if you haven't played this game, oh,
The sun will explode and the solar system will be annihilated.
it is the most intelligent and brilliantly designed game.
Everything will reset, allowing you to continue exploring
Oh,
information you gather.
Outer Wilds. It's a must. It's a must, Cerebral Arcade. I beat this at the end of January. It jumped to my #2 all-time favorites.
Universe.
It's so good. It is so good.
What messages will you discover?
It's the smartest game.
From exploding. Why is the solar system trapped in an endless time loop?
Oh my god. I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills. Everyone should play that game. Everyone should stop what they're doing and play that game. It is so good. It's so good.
Putting skills to the test in two
Oh, I love it so much.
Famicom Detective Club, The Missing Heir, and Famicom Detective Club, The Girl Who Stands Behind. 2 deep cuts from Nintendo history are coming to North America for the first time.
That's cool.
Localized in English and modernized for the Nintendo Switch system. Suspense, drama, and twists and turns wait at every corner.
So this was on the
You'll come out
NES?
of your seat as you dive into
Interesting.
this deep narrative set in Japan. In one game, you'll solve a complex murder case surrounding a wealthy family in a haunted village while dealing with
J-Rod,
dementia.
thank you. By the way,
That's not the only case to crack.
thank you. It's one of my all-time favorite games. Not this. Not this. I don't even know what this is.
In the other game, you'll investigate a supernatural rumor after a mysterious death to free students from a sinister nightmare.
It's crazy, but there were a bunch of visual novels that were on the NES, and you don't think about it.
Can you figure out who the culprit is before it's too late?
Dig the creepy music.
Uncover the deadly truth in Famicom Detective
That's cool.
Club, The Missing Heir, and Famicom Detective Club, The Girl Who Stands Behind. Coming to Nintendo Switch May 14th.
I'm down with it, man. Somebody will be excited for it.
A new age of battles begins.
Ooh. New Dynasty Warriors? Like, yeah, this looks like Dynasty Warriors to me. Or watch, it's like Kessen, you know? It's Kessen 3 or something crazy. Or is it a Nobunaga's Ambition? Samurai Warriors, okay. Dynasty Warriors, yeah.
The latest entry in the Samurai
He's a
Warriors
hunk.
franchise.
Nobunaga's a hunk.
Dive into the history
I got a prediction that Koei Tecmo would make an appearance here on this contest I did.
Tsuhide Akechi.
I knew they would.
Designs and visuals have been revamped for this installment. Unleash high-octane moves in electrifying 1 versus 1,000 battles. In Samurai Warriors 5.
Cool.
Slashing its way onto Nintendo Switch, summer 2021.
Dude, Audio Eric, how's it going?
The vast world of Fadiel beckons. After
Ooh.
20 long years, Legend of Mana featuring remastered HD graphics is coming to Nintendo
Okay.
Switch.
I'm down with the visuals. You give me sprites and I'm
You'll
happy.
set off on a journey to find the
In this
mystical
painterly
land
look.
seen in a dream. Before discovering the world map is empty. During your travels, you'll acquire special items called artifacts. Use
Okay.
them on the map to bring towns, dungeons, and other lands to life.
I dig it.
It's up to you on when and where to place artifacts.
Yes, Jared, I'm with you. I'm interested in this.
Join forces with characters, each on their own personal quests. Square off against fearsome monsters. Or take a break from adventure and rest up at home.
Scary pumpkins.
The music has been rearranged for this enhanced version, and you can alternate between the new arrangement and the original.
That's
soundtrack.
cool.
Other features have been added, including the ability to turn off enemy encounters, as
Oh.
well as the new minigame Ring Ring Land.
Ooh, hello. Give me a VMU style minigame?
Switch,
Sign me
June
up.
4th.
I've only beaten second Dead Sets of 2 and 3. Ooh, yeah. Octopath Traveler. Monster Hunter. Yeah, we're gonna see more Monster Hunter stuff. This is the big one. They have to show off monsters. I don't know, though. I can't get into Monster Hunter yet. Maybe I just need a group of people to play with. I always like the world, the idea, the monsters, and I don't know, something about just the mechanics never click with me. Or the presentation doesn't click with me. I think this is really cool looking. And they added a lot of mobility to the characters.
Elder, I have important news.
So it's finally beginning.
Go assemble the villagers.
I'm with you, J-Rod. I tried.
Kamura village is attacked by the rampage of Magnamalo.
Magnamalo.
Devastating casualties.
How can we fight against that?
Our hunter's about to face the biggest challenge yet.
I really thought the hunter was going to be the Smash character. It would have been so good.
We can't lose this gauge. Pull yourselves together.
You're not getting in!
Let's go, everyone!
Go rampage somewhere else!
You listen to me now!
I dig being able to control the monsters, like demount them and use them.
Watch out for the apex. Do not let it pass.
Simon says the fights are too epic.
The rampage.
They overstayed their welcome.
Last.
I don't know. I feel bad. That's just a game series that just does not click.
We should start preparations right away.
I've tried twice.
Offer assistance.
Oh snap.
Stop the calamity!
Yep, everything's set at 11. Yeah. Although I do have to say that the Switch dock and the Pro Controller, it looks... Mwah, I like the look.
That was the latest trailer for Monster Hunter Rise from Capcom. How will our heroes fare against these ferocious monsters? Stay tuned for the latest installment in the Monster Hunter series, launching March 26th. Next, please take a look at this.
Okay. Bogey Clubsman is happy.
Open once again.
New Mario Golf?
Tee off in the latest installment of the
Sign me
Mario
up.
series,
This is
coming
what I
to
want.
Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
Study the wind and terrain.
Someone tell Red.
Think things through.
Bogey Clubsman is happy about this.
Enjoy golfing with familiar Mushroom Kingdom characters on courses filled with lush,
Looks
natural
good.
scenery.
Got some Mario Odyssey looking stuff going on.
Use features on the greens, like a shot gauge, to see how your shot will curve due to slopes.
Oh, okay.
And a scan that lets you examine a course's terrain.
That's cool. Need more tools like that.
Can help you ace your shots. In addition to button controls, you can also use motion controls by holding a
I won't
down
for this.
controller
I
with
love
the
motion
button.
controls. Not for golf.
Controller
Not for
to let
golf.
the character swing in the game.
Tournaments.
Easily enjoy the sensation of golfing.
Oh, you get to run around?
That, there are some modes with new elements that truly
Oh my goodness.
including this one.
Sign me up. Speed golf. Let's do it.
It's always
Oh, speed golf.
time, then you'll race through the course to reach your
Sign me
another
up.
track to get it closer to the hole.
That's good.
Keep going.
Sign me up for speed golf.
Your opponents to come out on top. Your golfing skills aren't the only things at play.
What is going on?
And special shots to beat the competition.
There's coin collecting?
Did we mention story mode?
Yes.
As a
Campaign.
mid-caster,
Yes.
start out as a rookie and develop your golfing skills.
This is for me. It'll be impossible for Mario Golf to ever match the intense. Here's an RPG mode though. It's got an RPG mode.
Points to different stats, allowing you to develop your character.
Simon, there was. It was really good.
You can also use your me in versus play. Put your golfing skills to the test.
Okay.
When Mario
Sign me up.
Super Rush
Sign me up.
swings on
I'm down.
Nintendo Switch
That's for me.
June 25th.
Mark it down. That's the first one I'm excited about.
Nintendo
Let's go.
eShop After this presentation.
The latest game in the Mario Golf series
I'm down.
adds new gameplay for multiplayer modes, as well as the familiar golf gameplay with easy-to-learn controls. Please look forward to this game. on
What is
Nintendo
going
Switch.
on? The speed golf seems
Let's move
insane.
on to more Nintendo Switch
Like
headlines.
what is happening?
Check out these games coming to Nintendo Switch.
Get ports.
Return to the unforgiving world of Pandora in Tales from
Okay.
the Borderlands. Play as the Hyperion lackey Reese.
People love this
With
one.
con artist Fiona as you set out to recover
People love this one. I have not. I can't get into Borderlands, but I have this game, and I should probably play this.
Filled with classic Borderlands humor. Gangsters, bandit lords, and vault hunters are just a handful of the obstacles you'll encounter.
Bias, of course you are. That's okay.
Embark on a wild ride when Tales from the Borderlands
This is like people's
Nintendo Switch
favorite.
March 24th.
A lot of people's favorites.
32 of Capcom's most beloved arcade classics are
This is for me right here. Okay.
gameplay. Adjust
Sign me
speed
up.
or difficulty.
1941. Excellent. 19XX.
Arcade goodness. Get 1943 The Battle of Midway for free. Then purchase game packs or the standalone Ghosts and Goblins add-on to build your collection.
Oh, you gotta buy them individually.
It's also available. Scratch that nostalgic
Only
itch.
local
Capcom
co-op.
Arcade Stadium launches later today.
Okay. But like, Strider.
As a zombie,
Stubbs!
just can't get enough of it. In this
Stubbs!
action-driven Spire, you'll
Where's Musty Hobbit? He's excited. He's excited. He loves Stubbs.
dead allies.
He loves
Your
Stubbs.
deadly arsenal of sputum head, gut grenades, and more during your grisly mission. This city ain't no match for a dead man. Stubbs the zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse eats its way onto
What
Nintendo Switch.
is going on?
Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
That seems ridiculous, this game.
It's
Oh, I
just
know.
nuts
The
not
Batman
to
ones are so good, Cerebral.
Aliens?
They're good.
Aliens have invaded Earth.
I'm ready for this.
Is this even the right game? Anyway, after annihilating an entire city, the aliens have taken over and now host an intergalactic superhero ranking tournament to decide Earth's fate. Here we go. As the crash
Oh, he's
begins
got
on
a
way to
Switch.
assassins
He's got the Joy-Cons on his hand.
You'll need to fight your way to the top to save the world. Hey, not so fast. To enter each boss fight, you'll have to do some odd jobs around town.
I'm down for the odd jobs. You know what?
Face off against a slew of unusual opponents.
Sign me up.
Most of them aliens with some crazy tricks up their sleeves. Study their tactics
Okay.
to gain the upper hand in combat. With a new and improved death glove, you'll have access to a variety of deadly skills that can be customized and
Interesting.
upgraded before each match.
Hey, sign me up. I'm excited.
The fate of the world is at stake. So
Cheesy,
kick some,
dumb, but I love them.
whatever aliens have that you can kick.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah.
it all makes sense when No More Heroes 3 lands on
P.S.
Earth
Garrick says,
for, you know,
should have watched Decap Chede play Batman. It was great.
August 27th.
I'd already played it on the Switch, the Batman Telltale series, and loved it so much. It was really good.
Exterminate demons in heaven.
Annapurna. Okay.
So below.
Eon
They need
White.
assassins in heaven to do someone's dirty work.
Cards. Okay. You got me with cards. I like cards. This is first person.
It's kill or be killed. You won't last long if you can't rely on yourself.
Of course. Interesting.
God's judgment has nothing to do with it.
Huh. It looks very interesting. I am intrigued, Cerebral Arcade, as well. Very much so.
Uncover Heaven's mysteries in neon white, coming to Nintendo Switch.
My only worry is that, like, it doesn't work well with the Switch. Like, I feel like a keyboard and mouse might be better for that, but I don't even know.
Hi, everyone. My name's Barbara Gordon,
Okay.
aka Batgirl. I'm always inventing new gadgets to fight crime, like my batarangs and backup. This is Supergirl.
Aw.
She's super strong and has heat vision, plus super breath. And let's not forget Wonder Woman, an Amazonian warrior who wields the lasso of truth.
That's cute.
Along with our friends Green Lantern, Bumblebee, and Zatanna, we fight evil supervillains to keep our city safe. But we're not just about the super life. We also have our school lives, and trust me, there's never a dull moment at Metropolis High School. Sometimes it'd be nice to get out of class and do some shopping downtown with my besties. Ooh, and maybe take some photos to share on Superstar Post while we're at it. Hey, I got a comment already. Nice. Ooh, and I definitely want to hit up Sweet Justice.
It doesn't feature a lot of creepy, you know, male stalkers on the social media.
Running the city. No one could have seen it coming, but when justice calls, you can count on us to answer. better no matter what.
Giant robots.
Just gotta make sure no one figures out our secret identities.
DC Superhero Girls Teen Power.
That's cute.
Heroically sourced onto Nintendo Switch, June 4th.
That was a Green Lantern Jessica Cruz.
Ready the juice cannons and prepare for battle.
All right. Hey, man, Plants vs. Zombies has changed dramatically. And is very cool. And I feel like it didn't get the love it deserved. But I haven't played I played Plants vs. Zombies 2. And it's a good third-person shooter. Like a class-based shooter. And not a lot of people loved it. And it should have. It's good. It's legit good. The evolution of Plants vs. Zombies as an IP is fascinating. Well, Simon, just because it's EA doesn't mean that it's not worthy of love. Because you can also tell that the people who made it really put a lot of love in it. Because it's a very fully featured, very engaging game. And they did a really great job with its mechanics and making all the different classes be very distinctive. It was fun. It was really, really good.
Who will join you in your adventure? Hint, anyone can.
I'm done with this. You give me Mies. Let's do it. Mytopia? Let's do it. I love Mytopia.
Mytopia is coming to Nintendo Switch. Cast me characters in various
Oh, there's more than tank, healer, and damage dealer. There absolutely is.
Turn your favorite people into your allies, or even make someone the nefarious Dark Lord.
Stan! We need,
There's a new feature in this game.
we need to get back, whatchamacallit, Mitomo. Not Mitomo. Well, Mitomo, but also,
Letting you go wild with your Mii creations.
what was the game on the 3DS?
More fabulous.
Can't remember.
In the world
My
of
brain.
Mytopia, relationships are key. So consider spending some quality time with allies to strengthen bonds. This can give you an advantage during battle. If your relationship's sour, though, things might take a turn for the worse. Whoa! You can have a horse as an ally?
Sign me up.
Sounds pretty darn good.
I love the Mies.
Care for it.
You add Mies, you immediately have me.
In battle.
Right?
Then
I'm
join
down.
Friends and familiar faces in the lighthearted romp Mytopia, coming to Nintendo Switch May 21st. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
That's cool. I'm down with that. Tomodachi Life, J-Rod. Thank you. We need some more Tomodachi Life.
Super Mario themed items are coming to your island.
Yay!
Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary themed items are coming to the Animal Crossing New Horizons game.
Get some Luigi action. Ah, no Mario.
Items like the Super Mushroom and the Question Block
Luigi.
ordered in-game as furniture items.
Ooh.
So place them however and
That's
wherever
cool.
you'd like.
I'd love me some Mario-themed
Also,
islands to
warp
visit.
pipes.
100%. I'm down.
Then use them to travel between locations on your island.
I have to get back in it too. Always
Not
drop
tired of
off.
creating the Mushroom Kingdom.
Why is Princess Peach got to be the one taking the selfies?
Launches
No.
February 25th.
She's the one
After
jumping on the
downloading
poles.
it, Super Mario
Wait.
Brothers items will be
That's not-
available
that sounds
via
bad.
shopping starting March 1st.
Give me some
Keep
Waluigi.
an eye on the official Animal Crossing Twitter account for the latest information.
I want some Waluigi. Oh my. That sounded so wrong.
We hope you continue enjoying life on your island.
Okay.
How's that?
That was good.
These collaboration items will be released as part of the Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary events. Please wait a bit longer.
Do you think
for their
they get to
release.
pick who's the person who's the voice for them?
Speaking of which, last week we had the global launch for the
I wonder,
Super Mario 3D
do they
World
pick that?
plus Bowser's Fury game. We hope you enjoyed that Mario adventure.
Plumber's Creed.
Next, we have another game to show you.
Ooh. This is Bayonetta. What is this? To each their own convictions. No, it's not Bayonetta. Oh, 3 houses. What ideals will you espouse?
He leaves us no recourse. Swords!
Ooh, okay.
Frost will answer for its crimes today.
Sign me up.
Are these the wages of loyalty? Raised earth and burnt corpses.
These are visuals that you get me. Your low poly and your pixel art. Sign me up.
You are a leader and must be the beacon others look to when the night is darkest. Together with these fields.
It's a tactics game. It looks like.
I promise to do all
Yeah.
in my power to see us through this safely, every last one of us.
Triangle strategy. Interesting.
Far, far away lies the continent of Norzilia,
Okay.
comprised of 3 nations and limited deposits of salt.
I mean,
and
you can't
the constant
make the you can't, ignore the comparisons to Fire Emblem Three Houses.
into a great conflict known as the Salt Iron War. Though the hostilities ceased with an uneasy truce, decades later the flames of war threatened to engulf the realm once again.
You are all that remains.
Caught in a tangled, fiery web.
I dig the
of
visuals in a big
conspiracies,
way.
A brave group from Glenbrook fights to save their kingdom from the powers that would orchestrate their downfall.
Our benefit, you say?
Ah! Ah! Let's see. Yeah, this is what I need to see.
RPG. Battles take place on terrain with different elevations.
You've got me here.
Range is determined by their location and their equipped weapon. The range can be extended by attacking from higher ground with long-range weapons such
Okay.
as bows and arrows. Thus, your forces can use the terrain
Okay.
and other elements
Oh.
to gain the upper hand.
Okay, burning houses down.
An enemy outflanked is susceptible not only to your initial attack,
Flanks.
but also a powerful blow
Sign me
from an
up.
ally positioned behind the enemy.
What have we here?
Yeah, you got flanking, coordinated attacks. These are.
Flying into position
I'm getting
for
some
a
major
follow-up
D&D 4th edition vibes here. Coordinated attacks,
by first casting
flanking
ice
attacks.
from the flames to create water terrain. Then
Oh.
electrify the area with lightning magic.
Major influences from games like
It is of the utmost
Divinity Original Sin.
to survey the battlefield
Okay.
before taking action.
Positives. Choices and consequences.
Throughout the story, you will be faced with making important decisions in a variety of situations.
Okay. To determine your
Utility,
conviction.
Morality, liberty. Collectively,
Ah.
your decisions will establish your conviction, affecting how the story unfolds and who will join your cause.
Okay.
Once more, I would ask you plainly, do we or don't we relinquish Prince Roland to Estrost?
Critical decisions that may determine the fates of nations are settled by vote on the scales of conviction.
Interesting.
Use the information you've gathered to sway allies toward your favored cause.
Okay.
The story will significantly change
Hmm.
based on how the votes are cast.
So they refused to relinquish him to us.
Lies! His hand was forced.
As more and more critical decisions are made, your journey may take you down paths divergent from those of other players.
You will see what true might is.
Okay.
Project Triangle Strategy.
Who's making this?
A brand new tactical RPG from Square Enix.
Okay.
Will launch in 2022.
There you go.
Please be on the lookout
You know
for
what? I'm down.
information in
Sign me up.
future.
I'm on board.
Presentation.
Just
A demo
please.
version of this
Ooh!
game will be available
Where's
to
my
download
Switch?
on Nintendo eShop.
Where's the Switch?
Feature will conduct a survey to gather player feedback.
I'm.
We look forward to hearing
They do such a great job with this. Octopath. It really helped Octopath in a big way. I'm down.
Look forward to future updates on this brand new tactical
Yep.
RPG from Square Enix.
This is great.
Okay,
Sign me
let's
up.
see a few more Nintendo
Just don't make it menu heavy, please. Don't make it menu heavy. Make it. You can make it mechanic heavy. That's fine. Don't make it menu heavy, please. We got a Star Wars battle game. Star Wars Arena Battler. That's it? By Zynga? Oh.
Star Wars Hunters
We'll see.
is a competitive, free-to-play online game set between episodes 6 and 7. Clash in this third-person shooter.
Have to see.
Nintendo Switch.
Have to see how it is.
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
Do I look at you or the camera?
Knockout City interviews, take 1.
Hmm.
We all play for different reasons.
Korgan loved battle. Korgan used many weapons. Triple-bladed war axe, spear of misery, Hades' soul-devouring crossbow.
A princess is supposed to lead her people, not be stuck up in some tower waiting for a hero.
My line of work, bullets are constantly whizzing past you.
Flaming longsword, blade of doom.
Just once I'd like to catch one of them bullets. You know, with my hands.
With this crown, I'm gonna lead my team to victory and kick some serious ass!
Look, it's simple.
Korgan want new weapons.
Knockout City, I'm like a kung fu master. I can catch bullets. Come get some.
I don't know how I feel about this. Oh, the character and what they showed us and what we saw is two very different things. It's hot potato.
Roger that. Heads up, Your Highness.
Huh.
Can't believe we're losing to a bunch of dairy farmers. Okay, team. They may have won the battle, but not the war.
Hey, can we read
Huh?
Not a team if you're not wearing a uniform.
Max, this is a war zone, not a bloody fashion show.
Huh.
Pass to me. What? Interview's over.
Huh.
Hey, one more game.
Like, the presentation of that was weird. The game looked interesting,
Starts now.
but the presentation was, oh.
You're all going to play a little game of fate for me.
From
Oh.
the creators of the Danganronpa and Zero Escape series comes a fight for your life.
From the creators of Danganronpa, it's not Danganronpa, but it's Danganronpa.
Known as the Go-Getters Club, must now survive this game of fate at all costs.
That's interesting.
The game is suddenly called off. You escape the theme park and get a glimpse of Japan, but everyone's vanished. Set off on a captivating journey across the country that blends side-scrolling action with suspenseful narrative.
The one behind the whole game of fate.
As you make your way back home to
Okay.
Tokyo, you'll alternate between working solo and teaming up with the group to overcome challenges and monsters that stand in your way. What awaits you all at the end of your journey? The battle for survival begins in World's End Club, venturing onto Nintendo Switch, May 28th.
That's cool. I'm done with it.
Wield the powers of Olympus with the physical release of
Oh, hey. Okay.
Hades, the critically acclaimed dungeon crawler and recipient of multiple Game of the Year awards.
I just got that on Steam. Expect to stream soon on that. I'll be playing Hades.
A couple of extras to assist you on your journey out of the underworld. The first is a PC download code for the Hades original soundtrack. It's packed with 2.5 hours of blood-pumping music composed by Darren Korb.
I'm with you, Simon. It looks interesting. It's not for me, but it looks interesting. It looks really, really
The
interesting.
second is a 32-page full-color character compendium featuring portraits of the game's vibrant cast of gods.
Yeah, that art, man.
monsters
That art.
by Supergiant's art director, Gen Z.
The importance of art, music, and sound, mixture with amazing gameplay and writing is so important.
Escape the underworld again, or for the first time, with the physical version of
I have to
Hades
play it.
on
I have to
March
play it.
19th.
Yep, Simon.
Deadly Action
Exactly.
Heroes, one masterful collection.
The Ninja Gaiden?
Ninja Gaiden Sigma.
Oh,
Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2.
all right.
And Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge are Coming to Nintendo Switch
That's cool.
as the action
I'm down with it.
Ninja Gaiden Master
Somebody
Collection.
recently was like, I really hope we get Ninja Gaiden on the Switch. I was like,
You are the
all right.
legendary ninja Ryu Hayabusa, fighting against a great evil with battle skills that are second to none. Wield an arsenal
So
of killer
interesting.
weapons, each offering a playstyle with different set of lethal skills, along with ruthless ninjutsu to swiftly take down.
I hope they're bundling this together though, right?
Quickly gauge your opponent's movements while unleashing fast and frenzied combos.
Excuse me.
And team up with other super ninjas in your quest to fulfill
Super ninjas.
all previous downloadable content, including costumes
Man,
and modes, are
the visuals are a little wackadoo, but they're all, it's an old game.
revel in the intensity of Ninja Gaiden in one dynamic collection.
Yeah, okay, good. It's a
Ninja
collection.
Gaiden Master Collection slices its way
It's
to
worth it then.
Nintendo Switch, summer
Yeah.
2021.
So a lot of people can be happy about that. And the fact that it's all bundled together, that's good.
More battles are coming to Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity.
I have to play this at some point. Ooh. Yeah. Like, there'll be more, we promise. Oh, she did 100% it? Interesting. I'll have to watch that.
There's even more coming to Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
Bravely Default 2 is almost here.
I don't know how I feel about this. This isn't...
On a journey to restore the crystals.
This one's not... I don't enjoy the character stuff.
Brave and default commands to emerge victorious in turn-based
I don't know how I feel about this. Just me personally.
Veterans and newcomers to the
Just
series
me personally.
can enjoy this brand new story on February 26th. A new trailer for Bravely Default 2 will be revealed following this presentation. The game can be pre-ordered on Nintendo eShop. An updated demo is also available. The latest installment in the legendary Ghosts and Goblins series comes to life. As the brave
Sign me up.
Arthur, you'll unleash weapons, spells, and skills to battle monsters across challenging stages within the demon realm. Local
I don't enjoy the...
for the first time, help Arthur and
like
his
the
forces
paper doll
three
animations.
characters. Barry for defense, Carrie for transportation, or Archie for bridges.
Huh.
Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection launches February
Interesting.
25th. Pre-orders are available
I'm down.
on Nintendo eShop.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's go for it.
8 protagonists.
Simon, Bravely Default is Bravely Default.
Remastered for Nintendo Switch. Travel through a stunning sci-fi world with any of the protagonists, each with their own stories. With
What's
the
this?
addition of the playable protagonist Fuse, new gameplay features, exhilarating battles, and a new scenario for the protagonist Acellus. Saga Frontier Remastered.
Oh, okay, Saga Frontier.
Adventure not to be missed.
Cool.
The game launches April 15th.
Some extra stuff to it. That's cool.
Apex Legends is storming onto the Nintendo Switch system.
Yeah, not for me.
Play Battle Royale features
I enjoy Fortnite and stuff like that, but I didn't...
Legends, strategic combat, cross-platform play, and more.
First time I played this game, I watched a man scream at his children
And 30 free levels for the season
because they were bothering him. And, like, I watched, like, a genuine, like, I have to report this. I can't just let this happen. That was my first and only time playing this game.
and glory when Apex
He was
Legends
screaming at them because they were interrupting his gameplay.
How's it going so far? There's still a little bit more to show you in today's Nintendo Direct, so we hope you'll stick with us. Next, please take a look at this.
Hello there, I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series. I'm sure a lot of you saw me and thought there might be news about the sequel to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now. We apologize. Development is proceeding smoothly, and we
Yeah.
should be able to bring you some new information this year.
It's a big game.
Now,
COVID
we'll
set
have to
things
ask you to
back.
wait just a bit longer.
Does this count? Is it showing up, though?
While
Because I
you're
said
all
we'd get an
waiting
update.
over, this Legend of Zelda
in my
game is
predictions.
coming to Nintendo Switch. Please take a look.
Okay. Skyward Sword! Oh! Oh! Please have all the motion controls still. Please. I'll have to play it on the Wii if you don't. Oh, I love the motion controls in this. Love the motion controls in this so much. It worked perfectly for me. Like, perfectly. I loved every second. Oh my gosh. Sign me up. Those fights. Dude, some of those intimate sword fights. Yep, another stream playthrough. That's right.
What you've just seen is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
Okay.
This game originally
I'm ready.
released in 2011 on the Wii console. And
On
now
the
it's coming
Wii.
to Nintendo Switch.
It's been that long it was on the
The
Wii.
Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword featured a control scheme in which players would use the Wii Remote Plus controller as a sword and the Nunchuck controller as a shield. With the increased processing power of the Nintendo Switch system, the controls here are smoother and even more intuitive.
Are they? Okay.
And we've recreated the controls for the sword and the shield here by having the player hold two Joy-Con controllers.
Okay.
The Joy-Con controller in your right hand is the sword.
Okay.
Swing it to have
Yes.
swing his sword in the game.
Yes.
The Joy-Con controller in your left hand
Earl.
is the shield. By lifting the
Oh.
controller, you can raise the shield to block enemy attacks. You can perform other
Welcome,
actions
Earl.
like using both controllers
We
to
have
wield
brought
bow
you
and
a
arrow.
cavalcade
These
of
physical moves add a
experiences,
sense of
a
urgency
sensory
and tension to
delight
combat.
unlike any other.
But
We welcome you
also made
and
it
your
easier to
entourage.
play the game with button controls to ensure it can be played in handheld mode or on the Nintendo Switch Lite system. After mulling over how to assign different gameplay elements to different buttons, we decided to apply the sword motions to tilting the right control stick.
Okay. I see what they're doing there.
Tilt the stick down.
Everyone's going to play it that way, and it hurts my heart. It hurts my heart.
Swing to the right, to the left, or diagonally. Just tilt the stick in the respective direction.
It hurts my heart that people will play it that way only.
Here's something else we've been working on. Specially designed Joy-Con controllers.
New golf game, Maxels, yes. Mario Golf looks good.
After the Master Sword, while the left
There's also an awesome strategy RPG. Project Try something?
The story in the Legend of Zelda timeline details the events around the creation of the Master Sword itself.
I'm down.
We hope that people who played the
Sign me up.
game on Wii
My wife's going to buy that.
for the first
She's
time
excited.
enjoy discovering
She's already
the
excited.
origins of the Legend of Zelda.
Triangle Tactics, yes. That was promising. That was a big one.
Skyward Sword HD
Maxels, that was
July
big.
16th.
Demo's out today.
Following
Comes out in
this Nintendo
2022.
Direct, you'll be able to pre-order the game on Nintendo eShop. And the specially designed Joy-Con controllers will launch on the game's release date at your local retailers.
That's cool.
Many of you may already know this, but The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword was the last original console game prior to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game,
Yep.
and it was still following the established conventions of The Legend of Zelda. However, it gave a glimpse into many features and innovations that would eventually be adopted
Yeah.
in The Legend
The
of Zelda
established
Breath of the Wild.
conventions.
Using
Dungeons.
sailcloth to descend in midair, a stamina gauge that depleted
Yep.
as you scaled walls with vines or ran.
Yeah.
Even the concept of collecting items to upgrade gear. I hope those of you who've played The Legend of Zelda Breath
It was
of the
really
Wild
good.
will give this game a try as well.
Well, Maxels, also, if you haven't played, play Outer Wilds on the Switch when it comes out in the summer. Number 2 favorite game of all time.
Well, what did you think?
That's
The
good.
Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword has been
A lot of
optimized
people
for
will
Nintendo
play it.
Switch.
A lot of people will play it, and they'll be happy that you can use the right thumbstick, but I don't agree. Use those motion controls, people.
The next game will be our last announcement for today. Please
Intimate.
take a look at this.
Intimate. Splatoon? Yeah. What? Well, I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? I love Splatoon. Oh no. Oh, you get to customize your little buddy. Oh man, a lot of people I know are gonna be happy about this. Sign me up. Oh, what is going on? Is this a single player Splatoon? What is this? They don't go in the desert. What is this? What is this? Release Bob. There he is. He's been released. Hello, I'm Bob. I'm sorry? Splatoon 3? What is this? Dude. Oh, Bob! You little blobfish, this is for you, buddy. You're gonna be my team mascot in this game. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Splatoon's so good! Okay. Okay. Wow. Things are getting worse in Splatoon. The world, at least. It's just all falling apart. Centuries. Holy smokes. Wow. Okay. Bob, I'm excited. They released you at the perfect time. Okay. Wow.
What you've just seen is the latest
Okay, I'm ready.
in the Splatoon series.
That's great.
Splatoon 3.
I'm excited about that.
This game is scheduled to launch in 2022.
I don't know how to clap anymore, Bob.
So it'll be a while.
I'm like,
We hope
how
you
does
stay
one do
tuned
this?
For more information at
Like-
a later time.
Okay.
Today, we showed you a sampling of games coming to Nintendo Switch. A variety of games are in development. And we look forward to sharing more news with you in the future. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
That was good. There's a lot for a lot of people. Now, I do feel like a lot of the stuff they presented is for a lot of the fringe gamers. Boink. And like those a bunch of different niche markets, but also really popular ones like the JRPG crowd and stuff like this. Splatoon people was super popular. But I could see a lot of people hating this Direct because they're weird. Because they were expecting Metroid Prime 3, Bayonetta, they were expecting all that stuff, and I knew that wasn't gonna come, Bob. I thought we were gonna at least get a sneak at Breath of the Wild 2, but I didn't think we'd get to see much of it. Was not expecting Splatoon 3. Not in the slightest. Project Triangle Tactics. Was not expecting that. I'm down, but I'm always concerned if it's heavy on menus. Deal breaker. Not doing it. If it's a lot of number crunching, it's not for me. We've talked about this. But I liked it. It was good. They did a great job. For me personally, I think that's a great Direct. I have the hiccups. I don't know about you guys, but that was good. I dug it. Cerebral Arcade, are you into Splatoon? Are you into Splatoon? What were you super excited for? What were all you guys excited for? What did you guys like? Oops. Boink. 1 second here. Window capture. Dustbox, baby. Window capture. Mike and Smash, says Simon. Zelda Dungeon Builder. Mario Kart, Punch-Out, and Star Fox Labo VR. Oh, no worries. No worries. Wait, you were playing Outer Wilds? What were you? Or Overwatch. Were you playing Overwatch? I don't know which. I mean, like, OW, Outer Wilds? I want to see you go up against the sauce on Mario. Oh god, that's so loud. Mario Golf, I know. Man. Okay, wow. I liked it though. That was great. That was a great direct. For me, that was a good direct. It was a solid direct. It was a 7 direct, right? It's a solid 7, which is good for me. I didn't care much about the Smash character. I have my person. If you can somehow top Mr. Game & Watch, then I would be super excited. Well, I only care about Mr. Game & Watch. Let's see what we got. Okay, so we're back into One Must Fall. Look. Blatant Jaman, 17-year-old upstart. On his birthday, his parents gave him keys to a Jaguar. Little did he know it was a giant fighting robot. Entered himself into the arenas, into battles. A 2-time North American champ. And a champ in the Katushai Challenge. He's moving on to the War Invitational, and then off to the World Championship. The character saved. I made sure immediately after the stream, Simon, I was like, let's make sure it's saved. So he's going on into the War Invitational. The War Invitational attracts the finest of the world's fighters. Not only does this tournament bring spectators from around the country, but the prestige of winning this title is second only to being world champion. Let's see if he's got the guts and the gusto. I mean, let's look at the sim arena here first. Okay, look. I'm not far off in the departments as these folks. My stats are comparable. So we will definitely be ready for this. Let's see what we can do here. Can up the leg power, and let's up the armor, and then let's see what we can do in our stats. Endurance. There we go. Character saved. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we still got it. Blatant Jaman versus Scarlet. Don't be scared, honey. I'll be gentle. Blatant Jaman's okay. He likes the rough stuff. That's right. I got my boosted beam. Oh man, stop it. There we go. I still got it. That shooter is fast. Not as fast as Blatant Jaman. Blatant Jaman was looking good this evening. His Jaguar left the city with only a few scars from his overmatched opponent. Scarlet showed some pretty pathetic fighting skills, and Blatant Jaman took advantage of them. Just look at this hit. You think you're pretty good, don't you? Well, if I was you, I'd show you a thing or two. Strong open for Blatant Jaman. Look, we're going right into it because I want to save money if I fail. Versus Veronica. All right, a challenge at last.
Ready.
Ooh, Scarlet's fast. Oh, dang it. Ooh, snap the wake up uppercut. There we go. It gives you so much time to do the finisher. Look, we're gonna power through this game in an hour. The floodgates have opened. Whoa, this challenge I meant business tonight. Blatant Jaman can show the old pros a thing or two about that Jaguar. Check this action out. This is how Veronica looked the whole match, beaten, bruised, and bewildered. Well, looks like I get to go home early tonight. Okay, let's upgrade. I'm fine on the stun resistance. Oh, okay, never mind. We're not training anything right now. We're at a point now where the winnings... Oh, hey, Christian. Hope you aren't planning on celebrating tonight. Christian, I'm sorry about your sister, okay? I really am, truly. Oh, snap. Snap! Mash it! Oops. Come on, get in there. You win. You win. Took 2-3 hits for you to lose 80% of your stun bar, though. You were so aggressive, you rarely got hit. That's how I play. Fast. Blatant Jamon plays fast and loose, folks. The sound and feel of the roundhouse is so nice. Maxwell says, Bogus, you make it tough to get excited for new games that aren't out yet by constantly showing me the number of games I still want to revisit from the 90s. It's okay, Maxwell's. There's good stuff. There are so many games. You can never say there are too many games. There are so many games. Too many means that we have more than should be allowed. It's an overflow. No, there are just so many. And we can love everything. Oh, don't worry, Cerebral Arcade. What were you excited for? You had said earlier that you said, I'm that person. Was that related to Splatoon? I'm curious. Oh, I gotta change the description of this too. 1 second. We're doing retro. Update. I'm excited for Project Triangle, the new controls for Skyward Sword, and really excited 2K is keeping Tales from the Borderlands. I'm excited too. Too many mobile games, an overflow, especially from Zynga. No! Mobile games are welcome. Mobile games are welcome. What if some great game is just forgotten and slips through the cracks of the abandonware archiving sites? Maxwell's, that's very much the case. All the time. The Annapurna game I'm very excited for. And anytime Annapurna shows up, it's usually something interesting. It's like a game that's typically, by like, you know, critic standards, a 7, but is always something that does something really unique and interesting. Dwarven Dad says, the beard is back. Dwarven Dad, the beard is back. Dwarven Dad, Friday, I'm going to be playing some Valheim. I know you all were playing Valheim. You didn't invite me. I invited myself. I'm going to play some Valheim, for sure. I wanted to play Valheim, and then I was seeing that, like, you and Sai and J-Rod are all playing, and I'm like, I gotta play. You gotta play. Blatant Jamon was looking good this evening. His Jaguar left the stadium with only a few scars from his overmatched opponent. Christian showed some pretty pathetic fighting skills, and Blatant Jamon took advantage of them. Just look at this hit. Hellgate, yeah. Hellgate was great. I enjoyed it a bunch. It was a lot of fun. Alright, let's up the endurance and see if I can pay for another. I can't do another stun. We'll wait for the stun. We'll upgrade our stun next time. How is it going, Dwarven Dad? Are you enjoying it? Marissa's back. Whoa, Marissa was lowest rank in the North American. She's like, so did you enjoy your last win? I did, Marissa. I did. We got a katana now. Oh, you upgraded, Marissa. Wow. Ha! The spikes gotcha. Oh no! Mash it out! The katana does so much combos. It's a big combo heavy one. Oh. This is looking ugly. This is looking ugly. There we go. There we go. Rejected bot. Ben. Be gone. I sure hope Blatant Jaman and Marissa's repair crew didn't plant any bodies tonight. With a mediocre performance by Blatant Jaman, his Jaguar repair crew will be stuck in the shop almost as long as his opponents. Really, Dwarven Dad? Interesting. I can only play it on the weekends, like Friday and Saturdays. But also if I have like an off night, I'll probably play that as well. Because Valheim, I've been following Valheim for a while. Very interested in it. Very interested in it. Looks like you barely pulled off that one, kid. Okay, with the way that we performed there, we need to wait. I want to make sure I have stuff in case I fail, because Milano's super fast. Thought you'd seen the last of me, eh? I'm sorry, Milano. You're so fast. There we go. There we go. Got it on Sunday night and everyone was playing it. And I was like, well, I guess I'll buy this game. What is it again? Yeah, Dwarven Dad. It was like 20 bucks right now. You know, it's really early still. It's still really early. I want to see how it shapes up. It looks great. It played pretty smoothly on my computer. That was my big concern. I always was very much, I thought in my head, it's going to be too intensive, and it wasn't. It seemed to work really nice. The crowd cheered as Milano was defeated in the remarkable showdown with Blatant Jaman. Blatant Jaman pleased excited onlookers with respectable skill. Here's the hit that ended the match, and have you seen his sunglasses? He is the sexiest man alive. Well, you've been studying some of my old fights in the Hollow Library, haven't you, kid? You may have some talent. Alright. Let's go buy some stuff. Ooh. I might increase that leg speed. Yeah, I'm increasing that leg speed. I was gonna put it in stun resistance. I gotta increase that leg speed. Roland. I'll be surprised if you make it past 30 ticks. Okay, Roland. Almost got it perfect. Oh, you and your Electra. What? Why are we facing the other way? There we go. Red, I'm doing great. I'm winning big time, man. We're starting off strong. Hey, you wanted to start sailing the seas. Ooh, rafts? Sign me up. The stadium was rocked tonight by the impressive Blatant Jaman! Roland needs some more practice before he can beat the likes of him. Electropods littered the floor after repeated blows like this. Almost makes me feel sorry for Roland's repair crew. But I don't, because I like being stepped on by giant robots. It's my thing. Come on, kid, keep your guard up in there. You didn't do bad, but you could have done a lot better. Who's next? Okay. Whoa. The character art is taking a dramatic drop in quality. They were rushed those last ones. Once I take to the air, you might as well not even be in the arena.
Ready. Fight.
It really is the game of the moment. I was watching the video of me playing this game just to see like, hey, how was it going? And I was like, man, I get really into fighting games. Oh no. We're really close here. Ooh, that was close. Oh, I didn't finish her. It's a game of the moment. Punch a tree, build an upside down boat. So many of the games like that. I don't know, Simon. Simon, I know you get caught up in the punch a tree. I know you do. It's a little different. Rank 6 looks like a Matrix character gone wrong. I know. I barely pulled that one. Blatant, Jamana, and Crystal were evenly matched. The gargoyle of Crystal will spend some time in the shop tonight. These two fought practically blow for blow until Blatant Jaman finally nailed Crystal with his well-timed shot. Well, at least you won. Too bad I'll be here all night. Not all night, just some of the night, old man. Ooh, armor upgrade? Let's get this stun resistance up. I promised. You had better hope luck is on your side, because talent is on mine. Selena. Okay. Whoa. Those colors. You're a ninja, and you picked the most blatant and gaudy colors ever. What just happened? Oh, wrong move. There we go. What? No, do it! Oh, I did. I was mashing things. You're just so into this, so spirited about it. It's a refreshing change of pace from other streamers who are like, I freaking hate this game I'm playing. But first, I like to thank my sponsor, ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN! It's awesome that way. Has anyone figured out if anyone in the history of humankind has been actually named Blatant Jaman? It's such a perfect name to describe a douchebag in sunglasses and a leather jacket. He's a Blatant Jaman! That's just the case. Oh, Blatant Jaman. Nice job. Next time you can keep away from her a little more. Make my job easier, kid. Well, thank you, Cerebral. Thank you, Maxels. Thank you, Red. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Simon. So do we root for the douchebag? He's Blatant Jaman. Of course you do. Look at the sunglasses, Simon. If you have to wonder, if you have to question this, Simon, just look at the sunglasses. All right? He's got the smug scowl. Right? You have to root for him. It's really tough to be a person who makes games and hear people like, oh, this game sucks. Because all I can think is how the dev would feel like. Cerebral, 100%. It helps having the knowledge of how difficult it is to make games, but it also helps major changes that people need to make when trying to analyze and understand game development. 1, intent. Is the developer's intent in the game clear? If it is, this is good. But then you have to judge, is the intent accessible? Is it easy to do what they intend you to do? Not easy, but do you understand now? Like, are you able to execute the stuff they're asking you to do? And they don't do that stuff. They don't think about intent. They always are trying to warp the game into what they want it to be. And some games allow you to do that. In some games like a lot of Western RPGs, you know, they very much warp it in a way where the player has a lot more agency in how to play a game. Today I watched the direct with another stream community who were like, Telltale games all suck. Cerebral, I was talking about this to Decaf Jedi, and I'm curious in that group of people. Earl, hold on. Earl, it is a pleasure, sir. Sound the trumpets, everybody. Get the entourage ready. Let the parades be held for the Earl of Chesterwick. He's saying farewell. Say farewell to Earl. He's a beautiful man. Thank you, Earl. I was saying this before about Telltale games in particular. So, and this makes my brain hurt, right? Fighting perception, right? We always fight perception. This is the real battle. And this is what Sony is very, very, very good at altering perceptions. But when we talk about Telltale games and how people perceive them, they welcomed them with open arms. They loved them to death, right? A refresh and rejuvenation of adventure games as a genre, spectacular, right? And then people got burned out by them. But why do you get burned out? The story, Batman, is a late-stage Telltale game. One of its best. Genuinely fantastic storytelling, a great interpretation of Batman as a character, and its world presented in a unique way that was very distinctly its own thing. And people are like, yeah, it's great, but eh. And they just kind of dismiss it. And why is that? Right? And I think that just people in general have it in their brain. It becomes like a universal subconscious sort of thing. That just the culture says, no, this is bad. Adventure games are bad. You don't like those. And people just start to buy into this culture of dislike towards something, or saying it's all the same. While the mechanics may be similar in all of the Telltale games, right? The stories themselves are very unique and very interesting. Most of the time. I would say the vast majority, with a few exceptions. Some people don't like the Guardians of the Galaxy one. I have to play it still. But then there'll also be those same people who hate on Telltale games will devour just visual novels. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It does make sense. The reason as to why is because just it's a cultural reaffirmation that this is the same, even though it's not. It's the same in their minds, and it drives me crazy. I think we see this negative feedback loop on certain devs, publishers, mechanics, etc. People feel a sense of cred for hating a thing. You see it with Myst. The Myst franchise very much was the case, right? There's this constant cultural war. There's a cultural war on what is and isn't a game. And this battle of ego that people believe that their perspective is the only one, is the correct one. And it gets reaffirmed by just the way that we do media. You know, YouTubers and content creators very much live in a cult of personality. And it reaffirms this concept that is the way to be, that a cult of personality is key, that it's fun to tear stuff down. It's the right thing to do. It's people raised in the 1990s with, you know, the console wars and with advertising being incredibly toxic. All I have that to say, really appreciate your positivity and how much love you bring to games. Cerebral Arcade, I appreciate it. And I have to say that, you know, I don't ever want to pry into, like, you know, hey, what games did you make and things like this. I just want to let you know that I appreciate the work you do as a developer. You talk about your work in AI and being able to have it tell stories in interesting ways. I very much appreciate that because I think that that's super important. So just know, I very much appreciate that stuff. We should talk sometime about what games you've worked on, because I'd love to hear. I would love to hear, because I'd love to talk about them. Because I've probably played them. I've probably adored them. Because even, like I said, even those games that are quote-unquote objectively bad, you can find love for them. You can find joy from those things. Aren't we in a peculiar time right now? I'm not young at all, but isn't it legitimately cool to be a gamer these days? But the games that are cool for them to play are not at all diverse. Well, Maxwell's, gaming has always been very much an ebb and flow of what is considered popular. Stuff like FPS games are starting to be very much on the decline in terms of cultural popularity, right? People's perception of these things. And stuff like roguelikes are becoming much more popular. And you see these rise and falls of genres. MMORPGs are on a massive decline. Adventure games are in a decline. And it happens. And things start to rise and fall, based on people's trends and interests. And it goes in a big cycle. And it's a cycle of like 10, 15 years. For adventure games, it was at least. Sorry. Video games. I don't appreciate the gargoyles. Gargoyles are fighting me. Maxels, it's just observation. It's observation. I started to really dig into, when did, the death of adventure games, and the rebirth of adventure games, and then talking about the MMORPGs have been on a decline since after midway through World of Warcraft, and they never were able to recover. They haven't still. And while people play them, they aren't considered highly popular. And I feel like there's a point where that's going to be rebounding soon. I think. Maxels probably in games like EA probably does. They do all this stuff. The biggest firm by industry devs on this is called Quantic Foundry. I know EA is all about, industry research and being driven by numbers. Sorry. J-Rod says, no problem. One more notch on the helmet. How many notches do you have on your helmet? It's not even a helmet, man. It's another one. They're their data teams, yeah. It's important to a degree, right? It's very much an important degree to determine trends and the right time, because luck is so important, right? Luck is a big portion of this. It's timing of when you deliver your game. Is this the right time for it? You look at something like Hades. Hades is a great example of this. The popularity of roguelikes were becoming much more a rise, right? You had games like Dead Cells and stuff like that were starting to really become embedded as something really good. And then that hits, and it's a perfect storm of a variety of facets, including its gameplay mechanics, its art, its music, but also being the right genre at the right time. The IGDA does a survey every year. Yeah. Sorry. Let's go into the game. Sorry. I will sit here and chat forever about this. I apologize. Fighting games is another big one about the trends of when people are ready to go for it. Thank you. When people are ready to play those. When are they considered a very lucrative endeavor? And the big thing is that those industry leaders, the things that make those big, do so on an island. They break out on their own, and then companies follow through with games that are like it. So I fully expect in a year or two, to see more games like Hades, Dark Souls, those sorts of things that become these cultural zeitgeists. Have you studied the industry and trends of gamers for 10,000 hours or something? You just seem to know so much. Your ideas are so intriguing to me. Do you think Capcom and NetherRealm have an agreement to not publish in the same year? No. They'd absolutely compete. They're two very different products. NetherRealm is very much emphasizing its major focus on not being a competitive fighting game, even though people bring it up as that, but it's very much trying to be, we want to create a single player experience, an average consumer experience, where Capcom is very much going, we want to be hardcore fighting game community. I do have one for subscribers. He didn't get one for February because I had just catastrophe hit. I was out for 2 weeks and I couldn't muster the strength to do it. Not this month, sadly. Poor J-Rod. I'm sorry, J-Rod. I beat you in battle. Got to learn some defense or you'll always get beat up like this. Thank you, Simon, dude. Seriously, thank you. That's too kind. That's too kind. You don't have to. Folks, you don't have to do such things. I appreciate it. It goes back into the stream. Always. So thank you. I will get you... Simon, I'll write one just for you, my friend. I'll write one just for you. Alright. Let's see. Arm power. Let's boost it up full. Arm power's going full. This is what makes Bogus not Bogus. He has personality above others. Thank you, Red. That is too kind. That is far too kind. Bruce says, I don't think you'll last much longer. Okay, Bruce. Okay, Bruce. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Dash it out. Show Bruce a thing or two. That sound is so good, Simon. You're right. No! Oh! Blatant Jamon, baby. Question related to this. What have been the most influential games that created their own trend? Dark Souls is a big one. Or Demon Souls, but you know what I mean. That's a big one. Right? I would say EverQuest. EverQuest is one because it was something that overpowered a thing that was already very popular. Ultima Online had already been out, but EverQuest created its own trend because its own design style was very distinctly different and became such a phenomenal hit. Any genre, yeah. Super Metroid slash, I mean, I guess I would say that Super Metroid didn't. I would say that Castlevania did. Dawn of Sorrow, not Dawn of Sorrow, Aria of Sorrow, the PlayStation 1 one. That one was really what did it. I would say Symphony of the Night. Thank you. Thank you. Aria of Sorrow, sorry. Symphony of the Night. I wouldn't say, because you say like, hey, roguelike, things that are like likes. Roguelike. Rogue is not considered one. Rogue was not near the popular. Minecraft. You know? Yeah. 100%, Simon. 100%. You're nailing it right there. You got it. You understand. Putting my armor up. I need it. Okay, this is the championship here. Nikolai. I defeat you. I become next world champion. This tournament, just next step. Guy is weird. But Dwarf Fortress is not the zeitgeist. It's not the zeitgeist. Not compared to, you know, Minecraft. I would say Wizardry. Wizardry was the old PC computer game. It's what created Japanese RPGs. Without Wizardry, there would be no Japanese RPGs. Without Ultima 4, there would be no Japanese RPGs. And that's that. Like, that's the truth. They were so heavily influenced by those games. Oh, no. Oh, snap. No! I was at the championship fight. The years between 2000 and 2012, the number of released adventure games severely dropped. They were still out there, like Funcom, Frog Warriors. Telltale's Walking Dead put the genre back on the map. Absolutely, without a question. And they'd already earned good faith by Sam & Max and Back to the Future that when Walking Dead came out, people were already like, all right, let's see what you got. It already opened people's minds up to the possibility of adventure games being good. If it wasn't for the works of Back to the Future, probably predominantly, people may not have been more open to Walking Dead, and it may not have been such a zeitgeist that it was. There's a whole lot of factors, and you can't simply just say that there's a singular key to success in game development and all these things. There's a whole variety of stuff, and we have talked in this moment here, we talked about like 4 or 5 different things that are independently and on their own part of the reasons as to why a game's personal success. You know, there is timing, there is good faith, there is perception, there's all this stuff. The TV show had some influence too. Oh, I wouldn't say you're wrong either. Oh man. See, this is why we do what we do. Alright. I don't think you'll last much longer, Bruce. Man, I don't want to hear it, buddy. Blatant Jamon's got his own stuff he's dealing with right now, okay? He just lost in the championship fight. Oh, I did a super jump there I didn't want to do. Oh, that was good. Blatant Jamon. Oh, snap. Come on. Whew. There we go. There we go. Laser leap jump kick was good. I liked it. That was some fancy moves. That was some fancy moves. And not on the news, a blatant. Oh, we got a Ava Earlong, an unranked competitor, has issued a public challenge. Who is this? Jazz Jackrabbit's girlfriend? I came here to eat carrots and kick butt, and I'm all out of carrots. I came here to kick carrots and eat butt, and I'm all out of butt. Wow. We were trapped in a corner, Lily pushed him all the way to the other. Let's do this. What the? Green? Okay. Using specials a lot. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect for this character. 2 questions for you. 1, if you're using a controller to play this, what kind is it? It is a original Xbox 360 controller, wired. What is Zeitgeist? Zeitgeist is, okay, it's a German word that describes the greater cultural consciousness. One could say, when the Mandalorian first aired, Baby Yoda entered the cultural zeitgeist. So, one of those things that I always talk about in terms of gaming, right? Zeitgeist just means the perfect storm. It's the perfect storm for success, but it's also one of those things that you can get into. So, like when a fighting game becomes popular, for instance, Valheim right now. Valheim is a big current hit, right? It's a smaller zeitgeist, but it's still one, right? getting into the zeitgeist means playing that game in that moment and experiencing the game when it's still fresh in everyone's mind, so that they don't have wikis for all the information. You all are talking about it and engaging in it. Adventure games are not part of the cultural zeitgeist in the years between 2000 and 2012, 100%. I would even say that even further behind 2000, but that's when it died. Crowd cheered as Ava Earlong was defeated in the remarkable showdown with Blatant Jamon. Blatant Jamon pleased the excited onlookers with respectable skill. Here's the hit that ended the match. Yours Revenge? Not like Donkey Kong or Pac-Man, but yeah. Time will not be wasted, Simon! 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 It will not be wasted. Not too bad. Looks like I kept at least one step ahead of him. We got some good stuff there. We got some good money. Alright. I mean, let's up it up. Let's up it up. Arm power. Max. Arm speed. Leg speed. You don't... Hey, Simon. Simon. People still play Star Wars Droid Works. So, like... I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Ready. Fight.
Oh, just enough time there. That was so close. The timing there was... Oh, the timing. I need to get that stun resistance up more. Oh, come on, I didn't pull it off. No way, more than somebody named Bad Weed. There are people that still play these old and crazy games and still love them to death. And there's definitely a world that still plays the style of game that Valheim is and adores it. One of the beauties, at least for Valheim, is that it's designed in a way that allows for people to still be able to play with it. And is deserved of love. All games are deserved of love. And of those people that keep things alive. Because there's things that I desperately love that cannot be kept alive. They're gone. That is it. There are some games out there that deserve that love that have been killed off completely. And you will never see them. Ever. Ever again. And it hurts. It hurts when there's the one that you desperately love and you'll never get to play it again. What's a topic you can talk to anyone about with no need to explain anything first? It might be fair to say that the topic is of the zeitgeist. You could also be very specific and say the gamer zeitgeist or the sports fan zeitgeist. Yeah, oh, absolutely. They both did some damage, but Blatant Jamon into the contest with this shot. Hope you didn't miss this fight, folks, because tonight we have a new champion. High atop War's headquarters flies the 100-meter-long victory banner. The banner glorifies War's finest fighter, the combatant with the desire and the power to defeat the world's finest. Today, the banner celebrates a new champion, a competitor who rose through the ranks with outstanding skill and a hunger to overcome. Today, the banner celebrates you. Not too bad. Looks like you kept at least one step ahead of him. Excuse me. Apologize. Alright, guys. It's time. If you think you're ready to take on the world, here's your chance. The World Championship assembles the greatest fighters from around the globe. Since millions of spectators attend the fights, the pay is excellent, fight hard, and train hard. And one day, The world will call you their champion. Red, I do know this. That is probably for another stream. We'll revisit this game. Absolutely. And we'll probably delve into the tournament makers. Oh, will we? What is our competition looking like? Ooh, they are tougher than me. But did they got the blatant Jamon fact? My rival is here, Jacob. He's back. Oh man, so many familiar faces. Even, oh dude, we're going through all the ranks. Holy smokes, everybody's involved. Yikes, everybody's involved. Can I remember all the voices? Let's put it in that. Hey, Red, you do that, I will absolutely play it. Blatant Jamon is always welcome to take on new challenges. I will stop your clock. Okay, Jean-Paul. Whatever, buddy. There we go. I hacked in a pilot photo of the Coca-Cola polar bear. I'm down. Fighting CPU opponents that had higher than possible stats. Oh my god. The stadium was rocked tonight by the impressive Blatant Jamon. Jean-Paul needs some more practice before he can beat the likes of him. Chrono spots a little the floor. The repeated blows like this almost makes you feel sorry for Jean-Paul's repair crew. Nice job, next time. Could you keep away from a little more? Make my job easier, kid. Dude, the repair costs were nothing. Nothing. What are you doing, old man?
So you made it this far, huh? Can't wait to grab another victory from you.
You didn't get one, Cassette. Nobody likes you. You're crazy. You're mean. You're just mean and scary. What just happened? Yeah, Cassette, sorry. You ain't got it. You ain't got it, Cassette. But also, Red, you know, you're talking about, and everybody in chat was like, saying like, how do you know so much? Do you study all this stuff all the time? No, the key thing is to listen to people. The key thing about understanding games and having a better understanding of them is by listening to people. Listen to them. They have things to say. Their voices are important. Very important. You know? Cerebral Arcade there is talking about stuff. She knows her stuff far more than me. I must add. Far more than me. And they don't get listened to enough. The people that get heard don't know what they're talking about most of the time, and are just spouting their own personal preferences, their own ideologies that don't necessarily have any ranking in reality. Oh, hey bub, give me my pillow for a minute. Put my feet up. My foot is swollen like nobody's business. Chrono spots little on the floor. You think you're pretty good, don't you? Well, if I was younger, I'd show you a thing or two. I love that my repair costs are, you know, being covered by the bonus that I'm earning. Alright. I'll rub a chain around your neck until you see Uncle, huh?
Ready? Fight.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Flail is tough for me. My secret is a lot of jump kicks. Oh, snap. Come on now. There we go. Well, thank you, Cerebral Arcade. But I do think that people need to listen to developers more. People need to listen to... I will say this. It's hard for a game developer to get people to listen to them. You know, people always say that developers should be more transparent and more open. And there are some that are. People still don't listen to them. Because there's this perception that game developers are, as a whole, trying to get one over people. That's not the case. Most of the time it's not the case. Sometimes it is. But it's those few that make it so difficult for everybody else to be able to be transparent and talk to people and be open about the development process, their own personal vision, and they're fighting to get that information out to the media and to journalists who don't care. You know, they care about very specific things, headlines, and you know, personal agendas, these things that they want to get across personally and focus on instead. And so they have to deal with trying to reach the people directly. And so they have to use influencers and people online to get their stuff across. And sometimes that works, sometimes that doesn't. And it's very finicky and strange. And they have this battle of trying to scream into an open, you know, landscape. And trying to get somebody's ear to listen to them. But there's all these other voices screaming, including all the people who are trying to consume that media. So how do you get people to listen? How do you get the ear of somebody? It's hard. It's a hard job. I don't envy anybody who has to do it. Right, Bob? And I would also state that I am not an expert. I'm a fan, and I'm a person who again listens and tries to formulate good ideas based on this stuff, but I'm not in the game industry. I don't know. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I'm trying my best, but I'm also one of those people who is very much, if somebody were to say like, I think you're missing the mark. I think you're missing the mark here. I'm very much like, I want to hear it. I want to know. I want to improve, and I want to be better. So I will absolutely listen to that. You look like you've barely learned how to handle that bot. Jacob, look, buddy, we're both tryhards here, right? We're both card-carrying tryhards. But your hair is a little bit much. I spend every waking moment of my life taking care of my kids' needs and then thinking about video games. That's that. Jacob, you're jumping around like you think you're running the joint, but jumps don't win fights. As I jump in on you a bunch. There we go. I'm pretty good at playing video games. I'm not an expert. But I have fun with games. I play with them. You think you're pretty good. Yeah, I'm alright. Pit boss, I'm okay. He doesn't even have a name. His name's Pit Boss. That's up stun resistance. It's important. That's the thing that'll kill me. And has been an issue a lot. Smart money's on me, grunt. Better just hang back. Nathaniel?
Ready. Bye.
You're in a Pyros? I don't know. I have an easy time with Pyroses, typically. I'm glad I got the stun defense up, man. Oh, snap! The combos. I jinxed myself, man. I jinxed myself. I jinxed myself something hard. Something hard right now. Oh! That was a close one. He just saw my level 6 arm speed. No! My level 6 arm speed, no! That's okay. That's okay. We took Jacob down again. I just wanted to fight Jacob. That's really it. To show him again how much of a tryhard he is. Okay. I'll wait. We'll buy the arm speed after this win. After this win, we're buying the arm speed. Oh my gosh. What? Come on. I jinxed myself so hard. He's staying right out of the range. Yes! Oh my gosh. Is now a regular enemy, yeah. Oh my goodness. I literally, that was, oh boy. You know, let's put it into leg power. We're now at the point. It's time to put things into power. I didn't get any. I didn't see any. I didn't see any, Simon. My diagnosis is you're about to have a throbbing headache. Oh, Dr. Linyar. Look, I told you, you're an honorary doctor. It's no good in the arms, in this world of robotic talk show host. Nobody wants a robotic talk show host. Oops. Did not mean to do that. There. Nobody wants a robot talk show host? Tell that to Craig Ferguson. Oh yeah, his band leader. Oh man, that was tough. That was tough. Alright, we're getting there now. It's getting real. It's getting very real. Let's up our power.
I'm the smartest, fastest, and best looking fighter here. A natural!
Stefan, dude, I've talked about this before. I've talked about this before, man. Nobody, except for Simon here. Outside of Simon, you're lucky he's around. He's your only fan. Whoops, I did not mean to do that move. Come on, there we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Blatant Jamon was looking good this evening as Jaguar left the stadium with only a few scars from his overmatched opponent. Stefan showed some pretty pathetic fighting skills, and Blatant Jamon took advantage of him. Just look at this hit! I eventually beat his record of beating 12 simultaneous opponents. See, you showed Stefan that he's nothing. He's nothing. Come on, kid, keep your guard up in there. You didn't do bad, but you could have done a lot better. Let's go right in. Tonight, the audience won't be the only one shocked. So, my wife. 20 years? How old is he now in that game? Almost had it perfect on him. Almost had it perfect. Almost had it perfect on him. That was close. You might see some familiar faces from this game with a touch of gray. Interesting. Sign me up. Stadium was rocked tonight by the impressive Blatant Jamon. James needs some more practice before he can beat the likes of him. Electric parts littered the floor after repeated blows like this. Almost makes me feel sorry for James' repair crew. Not too bad. Looks like you kept at least one step ahead of him. Alright, let's upgrade some more. That's not gonna do. Oh, I can't upgrade some more right now. Let's just go in. You may fall before me. Wait. Sorry. Sorry. You may fall before you ever even see me.
Ready? Fight.
Okay, Killian. Oops. I did not need to do all those moves. Oh no! Mash it out! Okay. Whew. Oh, I did not mean to, but that's okay. That's not bad. Not bad still. Yep, got a good show. Killian! Alright, leg power. Leg power. Can't lose this fight, though. Against Scarlet. Well, look at little old you. Made it a lot farther than I would have thought.
Ready? Fight.
Come on. You got this, buddy. You got this. Oh! Mash it out, mash it out, mash it out! Oh, I did not need to do that move, but that's okay. What? What? There we go. Blatant Jamon. Man. Ooh, this is getting intense. I'm digging it though. I am down. I'm glad we won. Because I was worried there for a second. I was worried. Okay. I have learned much since our last encounter. I believe you will be defeated. Oh, Prince Vasar. I like you, buddy. I like the cut of your jib. Your little curly cues are just doing something for me. Oh, snap. Oh, he is just flipping and dipping right now. What? I was blocking. Oh my gosh. The double stun had me worried. Oh, I know, it was close. That was a bad one, though. I'm glad I didn't. I saved my money. Oh, man. She's moving around now a lot more. I can't get in. What? How did that hit me? What? Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. Trying to keep me busy, huh? Back to Dr. Linyar. Hi, Dr. Lin. Yeah, I know. You told me. I know. I tried, okay? Come on. No! Mash it out! Oh no. Oh no! Oh no! The fall of man! Blatant Jamon has got nothing on this right now. He's really having a fall from grace. This is it. He's gonna lose money. He's gonna lose parts after this. Fight against Nathaniel. Come on. What? There. Oof. Oof, man. Oh, man. Now it's getting intense. Now the real game has begun. Can Blatant Jamon eke out a win here? I thought I was in trouble too.
Ready. Fight.
No. There. Oh. I missed it. Missed the finisher. That's a big deal. You gotta get those finishers in now. Okay. We gotta keep that money built up. Steel Claw. With my new adrenaline pump, I'm the best money can buy. I love Steel Claw. He's my favorite. I love him so much. Oh. Oh my gosh, Steel Claw. Stop! Stop! Oh my gosh. Steel Claw had me, man.
Ready. Fight.
Oh, wrong move. I don't want to do the Jaguar leap. It's so... leaves you so open if somebody blocks that. Oh, come on! No! Oh, that's so close. So close. So close. Oh my gosh. Oh man. This is ramping up. It's ramping up big time.
With my new adrenaline pump, I'm the best money can buy.
Love you, Steel Claw. I do. I really do, Steel Claw. You're my favorite. Favorite competitor out of everybody.
What?
Mash it out. Steel Claw. Steel Claw. Gargoyles are tough to attack from there. I know. I know. Steel Claw, though.
Ready? Fight.
She's getting wrecked by the spikes, man. Whew. Ah, dang it. A million times. A million times. As long as it takes, Simon. As long as it takes. What rank am I even at now? Where am I at? Oh, I still got a long way to go. Still got a long way to go. Should I buy an upgrade? Let's do a leg upgrade. Let's get the speed up.
Ready? Fight.
Yeah, the speed upgrade. Broke him. The Cronus does not know what to do when it does that. Oh man, I couldn't pull it off. I'm getting too antsy now. Getting too antsy. Still got the scrap bonus though, that's not bad. And I'm glad I won that fight, because I was worried I was going to run out of money. Alright, rising back up the ranks again. There. At nearly 30 opponents, this tournament is a bit of an endurance trial to do in one sitting. Are the fireworks going off outside? No. Not that I know of. Hi, Bob. Slaying on Bob. Alright. Let's up that armor. Don't let your last fight cloud your head. Your victory will belong to me. Okay, Ibrahim. Okay. Oh, I debated it. Look at that. Nothing. What? I swear I'm pulling this off. I'm getting too antsy. My anxiety is off the charts now. Off the charts. Alright. And now I'll send you back where you came from. Oh boy. Him and a Jaguar is going to be nuts. What? Milano's gonna be tough. The speedsters always get me. Oh. Oh no. No, wrong move! Oh, so close. So close. Come on, man. Ibrahim, my last win was against you, buddy, so, you know, I guess there's that. That was a very close game. What? Ah! Almost had it perfect. I'm making money in the end, right? That's all that can be said. What? I uppercutted, man. How did that get me? Oh, Milano's is in my head, man. We've been trading like the whole time. Trading the whole time. That's gonna be my biggest obstacle. The biggest obstacle is Milano. Ibrahim? Nah. Nah. He doesn't even know what to do. No, no. Because the sim's not going to give me the knowledge that's going to help me here. Come on. There we go. Ah. He's very susceptible to the overhead throw. Oh, I see. Oh, we're fighting Marissa, though. Milano won his Marissa fight. No. I keep doing the super jump, but I don't want to do the super jump. Oh! He's like every Shokan from Mortal Kombat. Hard-coded and vulnerability to the standing jump kick. Maybe. Ooh, Prince Vasar ranked up. Good on you, buddy. I'm proud of you, Prince Vasar. What? There we go. Ah, why can't I do it anymore? I'm so flustered. My brain is in another dimension right now. Milano's back. Oh my gosh. Oh, it got in. Those combos. No, come on. No! Every time we're so freaking close. We're so close. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going. We're so close. Come on, Plate and Javon. Okay. Crash, I'm doing okay. Leg is still a problem. I'm very concerned about it. Trying to keep it elevated as much as possible and keep it ice and such, but it's still not getting any better. Some new bruises have appeared on my upper leg. It's really gnarly. It's slightly concerning. Other than that, I'm doing great. With my new adrenaline pump, I'm the best money can buy. I love you, Steel Claw. You're the best. My leg speed has grown exponentially, though. How's it going? How are you doing, man? I picked up Valheim, by the way. I'm going to be playing that this weekend, I think. I'm curious. Interestingly, I saw Raven is high up in the ranking. Another boss becomes a regular enemy. He's a lot tougher than he was in North American. But if you go back to North American, he'll keep his World Championship stats. Oh, really? Interesting. Got Steel Claw, though. All right. So did you enjoy your last dude, what?
Ready? Fight.
What happened to my man? He's really gone up the ranks, I guess. There we go. Zelda Dungeon Builder, no Labo VR, no Mike from Star Tropics. Oh, what I think of the Direct? I enjoyed it a bunch. There's a lot there for a lot of people. And so I'm happy for that. I'm super stoked for Splatoon 3. The Project Triangle strategy or whatever, super stoked for that. Didn't care about the Smash update because I have Mr. Game & Watch. I don't have anything else. Yeah, I've been chasing Milano this whole time. He keeps going up. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. He wants to go up there. That's fine. Let's get our stun res up. And our arm speed too. Let's do it. Okay. Watch me fly, my pretties. Ariel's was tough, man. She was tough. There we go. There we go. I don't want to accuse the artist of anything, but Ariel, she sure looks like a drawn over or traced anime model. I was going to say the art has gotten exponentially worse the further along we've had new characters. Eva Earlong again. Let's do it. Let's fight her. Well, you're a good fighter and kind of cute too. Trash boy, how's it going, man? How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Oh, come on. Finish it up. I'm stoked about the new HD 2D strategy RPG. Yep. Legend of Mana. Awesome. Saga Frontier. Looked interesting. I'm not stoked on Bravely Default 2, but that's just me. Skyward Sword. Boo on the dual analog setup. No. That game is supposed to be met with motion controls. Let's play it with motion controls. Hey, well, good job in getting it almost completely done. Keep up the good work, Trash Boy. I believe in you. Blatant Jamon's fight tonight. Jazzy! I'm fighting Jazzy now, too.
I saw what you did to my woman. Let me show you what speed is all about.
Ready?
I think I'm faster than you now, Jazzy. Oh, snap. Wake up, somersault. Look at the speed of that roundhouse kick, man. Come on. Come on, Blatant Jamon. There we go. There we go. Play with Joy-Cons. I'm just glad I don't have to feed a remote to play. Yeah. That's the big thing. The Wii remote is a big power racer. You know what, Cerebral Arcade, I will give you this. I am happy that there is both. I do think that you should always have a multitude of control schemes for everybody. I just really enjoyed the motion controls. I'm glad it's still there. Now you're just spin dancing, I know, right? But the money that I got is astronomical. Look at this. 96,000 is now what I got from all that. Beefing up my armor to max, man. Let's take my stats up. There. That's good. Let's see what we got next. Dude, he keeps going up! He keeps going up! I got thwomped by a troll pretty bad in Valheim last time I played. It was glorious. I can't wait to play it, Crash. I'll play it on Friday night. I'm gonna play it. Can't wait to shove this fist through your chest.
Ready, fight.
Whee! Oops, did not mean to get in that corner. Oh, the combos! Holy smokes! The speeds of the kicks now is just too much. Awesome, Crash. Yeah, absolutely. Not Brad. Looks like a catalyst to one step ahead of him. Who's next? He's still rising the ranks. I've been chasing Milano this whole time. That agility is all the way up. I mean, if you look at his stats, he does kind of deserve to be where he is. He is all the way up there. You really are a great opponent. I enjoy our fights. You know what, Veronica?
Ready.
I enjoy our fights too. I enjoy our fights. Oh my gosh, Jaguars, other Jaguars give me a hard time because they're rushed down as well. You know? I saved your life there. No! No, no, stay alive. Oh! That was so close. That was so close. That was so close. A griefing player or an actual troll? An actual troll! You have to join a person's server to play if you want to play against them. Man, that was tight. That was tight. Who's next? It's finally happening. We've caught up to him. And now I'll send you back where you came from. We have been, I've been chasing you this whole time, Milano. I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. I got spin kicks for days! What are you gonna do now, Mulatto? What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do now, Milano? What are you gonna do now? I came back with a vengeance. I was mad. I had something to prove. Crash says, so here's the thing on the Saga Frontier remaster they're doing. I despise pre-rendered CG graphics. The fact that they redrew all the sprites may redeem the game slightly for me. Own on the PS1, and it's one of the few games I own for the sake of it being a part of the Squaresoft PS1 collection. I'll be very curious to see what your thoughts are on it. Very curious. Let's up the power, and then go fight. I'm going to light you up, old friend. Oh, Crystal with your Electra? No. No. Oh, snap. Can't stop me. Pre-rendered CG graphics turning into sprites. But I like Bogus, he's real, and regardless of what Bogus' plan, Bob redeems him always. Aw, I'm glad people like Bob. I like him too. And y'all don't know he has a twin. We have 2 of these in our home. Angel. I accept the challenge. You've been lucky to defeat your own people. You don't stand a chance against me. Okay, Angel. We'll see about that, okay? Oh, she got the tri-ball. You tri-balling it. What? You went through my thing? Oh no. Oh no! Oh, so close! The pre-rendered CG garbage is currently attempting to exit his foot. This is true. My foot is in desperate need of an exit of pre-rendered garbage. Who's next? Roland. Okay. Come on, Roland. Ain't you quit yet?
Ready. Fight.
That tri-beam, man, is so good. The tri-cannon? It's wholesomely awesome. It's infinitely more entertaining than Rise of the Robots. Crash, I mean, you're not wrong. Ouch. Hold on, I'm an old man. I gotta reposition my butt. Simon's like, I am glad to hear that people like this game more than Rise of Robots. It's fun. It feels good, folks. A thing you don't realize is that it feels fun, and it feels very distinct. The combos and such feel very much its own. Jaundice Man here is so concerning, just a little bit. Angel wants to fight again. Okay, let's go, Angel. I want a rematch. Your unique brand of rushdown I can appreciate, Angel. But that's what I do. Okay? That's my jam. Oh, that recovery though was good. I didn't get the finisher. He ate too many carrots and turned a bit orange. That it's liked at all and recognized as infinitely entertaining based on the pilot bot combo providing nigh infinite matchups. It's not Jay Leno for the win, Crash. It's Blatant Jamon for the win. Thank you. He's got a chin, yes, but look at those sunglasses. He's a beautiful son of a. Let's go faster on the leg speed. Let's do it. Caution to the wind. Yeah, Jay Leno. Blatant Jamon! 17-year-old who got a keys to a Jaguar. Tonight just isn't going to be your night, pal. I did not see that. I saw Blatant Jamon! Look how fast the kicks are. I can do this for days! He can't handle my kicks now. He's running away. There we go. Jay Leno versus Crackhead Ken Masters, aka Kmart Ken. I like it, Crash. I like it. I approve. Yep, nailed it. Nailed it. Who's next? Jack. Oh, Jack, I'm sorry, buddy. We're going in for the kill. Want to make some quick money quick? Bet on me. Okay, Jack. Look, I like your go-getter attitude, okay? But it's not gonna happen. Not today. Not against Blatant Jamon. It goes so fast on the roundhouse combos. It combos. That's insane. The thing is so fast. If it's the ground when you spin, it goes so fast that you can do a 2-hit combo on strong roundhouse kick. That's insane. That's insane. Let's get the armor speed max too. Let's go. Hello again, pretty thing. Gonna get you this time. Whoa. Whoa, she's in a Nova. That's nuts. Oh, I almost had it perfect. Because the roundhouse kick's on lockdown. Wow. I'd buy her merch. Nose battle. Only the sharpest, pointiest nose may win. This challenge I meant business tonight. Blatant Jamon can show the old pros a thing or two about that Jaguar. Check this action out. This is how Jacqueline looked the whole match. Beaten, bruised, and bewildered. Who's next? Oh, Raven. Look at this. Roger Wilco wannabe. Ian Tavares. Y'all think Blatant Jamon's name's dumb. The Nova. I'm not buying the Nova. I've fully upgraded Jaguar. Fully upgraded Jaguar. Not buying anything else. Wave goodbye to the fans now. Okay, Raven.
Ready, fight.
Oh my gosh. There's just so much flipping and dipping going right now. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. All you arena junkies out there got a pretty good show at the stadium. Raven fought with skill, but not enough to put down Blatant Jamon. Hulking Jaguar. Hey, maybe next time, Raven. Raven Katana's an okay name. I think you would have done well with Trashbag Montana Eel. Yes! Simon, yes! Alright, let's go. Fighting Bruce. You got lucky, mate. Ain't gonna happen again. Alright, here we go. That is so insane. 4-hit combo. A jump kick and 3 strong roundhouses. Yep, we got the game on lockdown now. Look at this. Look at this. Blatant Jamon. Killing it. Killing it. I love it. Yeah, that was insane. That was insane. Don't worry, this won't hurt much. I know it won't hurt much for me, Selena. It's because it's just so fast. Look at how fast that is. Look how fast that is. You can't get through it. You can't get through it. I like the paint job, but for a ninja, a very like fluorescent dark blue and fluorescent purple, just not ninja-y. Clayton Jamon showed incredible abilities with the Jaguar. Selena became little more than a punching bag. This one, as well as other outstanding hits, has sent Selena back to the shop for a while. Yep. Iceman. An unranked competitor. If he accepts the challenge, you can bet your life I'll be there to watch it.
I can't allow you to treat a lady that way. Prepare to meet your maker.
Okay, Iceman. Can you do the kicks like I can? Oh, I did not see that spike. Whoops, spikes. Yeah, the game's like, I don't know how to deal with the speed of that kick. We broke it. We broke the game. Also, he's Iceman and a kitten. Blatant Jamon showed incredible abilities with the Jaguars. Iceman became a little more than a punching bag. This one, as well as other outstanding hits, has sent Iceman back to the shop for a while. Looks like I got to go home early tonight. Look at the money. Oh my goodness. Let's just make myself go faster. Booger. Rank 3. You're in my way, punk. Oh, J-Rod. I'm sorry, J-Rod. You look like a doof. What's with the crystal headbands?
Ready. Fight.
Look at this! It's so fast! It's so broken. It's so broken. We broke the game. Wasn't he in a gargoyle last time you fought him? Something about another notch in the helmet? Maybe. Yep, meant business tonight. You can't stop me now. You can't. Excuse me. Sorry. What's up the agility? This is it. This is it. Ian Tavares the world's champion.
You fought well, but I am the rightful champion.
Ready? Fight.
Okay, you and Tabriz. I'm just gonna sit here and roundhouse kick you for the rest of the match. Oh, snap! Oh, snap! He's coming back! Okay, he's not coming back. Yes! Destruction of a Nova! Look at that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Blatant Jaman was looking good this evening. His Jaguar left the stadium with only a few scars from his overmatched opponent. Ian Tavares showed some pretty pathetic fighting skills, and Blatant Jaman took advantage of him. Just look at his hit! I sure hope you didn't miss this fight, folks, because tonight we have a new champion. After defeating the greatest fighters in the world, you finally have a chance to relax. Yes, Simon! Oops, as you stare at the holographic World Championship trophy, you can't help thinking about the other fighters. What? It's skipping a bunch. What did it say? See you next year, you can hardly wait. Why did it do it twice? I missed... No! Holographic Virtual Boy Red. No new tournaments. No new tournaments. Blatant Jaman. World Champion. Blatant Jaman. Listen, folks. Blatant Jaman is not some superstar. He's not some high-ranking snobby type. He puts his pant legs on. He puts his pants on. 3 legs at a time. He goes home to his quiet $5 billion mansion, sits down with a cup of Himalayan brewed coffee. He literally has 15 Himalayan people brewing coffee for him. And he sits there quietly in his soundproof hyperbolic chamber. Billy Ray, thank you for the follow, my friend. Thank you. And what he does what every other normal person does. Participates in a 20-person orgy. Like every person. Blatant Jaman is just a man looking for his place in the world. Working very hard with the, to get what, he has earned. Sure, he was gifted the keys to a gigantic fighting robot by his parents, who are multi-billion-dollar, stock investors. But Blatant Jaman is just like everybody else. Just a man with a dream. He's a world champion. And you could be too. Anybody can. As long as they work hard enough and are gifted a giant fighting robot by their parents. Who among us doesn't have a dream? I don't know about you, but Blatant Jaman's dream is sounding very fascinating. Well, that was One Must Fall 2097. Wow. That was something else. He could be any one of us. All you need is a leather jacket and a really kick-ass set of shades. And incredibly wealthy parents who gift you a key to a giant fighting robot. He's what we need in this world right now. We didn't know it until he won that championship. But when he did, everyone knew. The resounding sounds of everybody dropping their drawers, and just getting very excited about the victory of Blatant Jamon. Who wouldn't be? I know I am, right? I'm not wearing any pants right now. Blatant Jamon is just does it for me. Jacket, shades, that Billy Mitchell hair. Oh, the Billy Mitchell hair. It's beautiful. Bob, avert your gaze. It's getting not safe for work in here. Hi, everyone. Blatant Jamon is a specimen. Look at him. That scowl, he practiced that for 172 hours in the mirror to get it just perfect. That's what he's committed to. Everybody can do that. To spend 15 hours a day scowling into the mirror. Doesn't everybody have that free time? Obviously. He did it. Why can't you? Blatant Jamon! That is One Must Fall 2097. Rob Elam did the game design and the programming and the artwork and the animation. Ryan Elam did the game design, the programming assistance, sound effects. Did a great job on the sound effects. Joshua Jensen did the sound system. And Kenny Chu did the music. Maxels, we won the championship, my friend. I'm sorry. That's amazing. That game is amazing. It's fantastic. And to be worked on by such few people also shows you, right, that you have to get a feel, have an understanding of a feel. You can capture magic. You don't need to have 1,000 people. Actually, it's more complicated to capture magic when you have a much larger team. It's much harder because you have to really coordinate everybody. It's really difficult to manage. This game was really something special. Thank you for the GG's, Maxwell. Thank you, Trash Boy. It was fun. It was frenetic. It was a genuine, journey. Because you had the main campaign that had lore and story, which was actually interesting and engaging. They did attention to detail in an era when that's really difficult to do for DOS games, right? So they even had people who were making robots and what years they were making them, and having this kind of history within this company that was making giant robots. And then you had the fighters themselves who were doing all these various different things. It was really fun and engaging and interesting. And then you had this career mode, this tournament mode, which was fun to mess around in. The lore of Blatant Jamon, That's what we should have. Oh, man. I might throw down an emote of Blatant Jamon's face. That'd be a good one. Thank you, Cerebral, for the GGs. Thank you. The game is so good. It's fun. People play it. It's free. It's worth playing. You can even do online play. But what makes the game just so engaging is it has a great sense of impact, a great sense of sound. Its music's good. The art's good. The characters just seem relatable or interesting, I love how you learn more about each fighter based on their interactions with everyone. Like Crystal fighting Christian is a different exchange than Christian fighting Crystal in a single player. And not only that, but also how they interact in the tournament mode as well. Beating Crystal, getting challenged by Christian. That Shiro and Ibrahim, they're bros. I love that as well. I very much love that there was one. Oh, and that brings up a great point. Inter-character relationships is really engaging in a fighting game. The reason as to why Ryu and Ken aren't waved off as just being clones of each other is because of the inter-character relationships. And then you see that stuff with characters like Dan and Blanca and Sakura. Like Dan Hibiki, Blanca, and Sakura working together in the same dojo. These inter-character relationships really engage players with the characters and with the world. Mortal Kombat does this amazing. Mortal Kombat does it great. And Cerebral Arcade mentioned this once about Mortal Kombat 2 having these characters having a story reason why they're not in the game, like Sonya. And how that really engages those players because they're like, I want to find a way to unlock her. She must be a secret character somewhere. Having these things kind of progress and having a better understanding of a linear progression in that story, really interesting as well. By the time Street Fighter 4 rolls around, Sagat and Ryu are kind of cool with each other. Yeah, Sagat's kind of at peace with what went down, you know? And he has more of a grudge with somebody like Adel? It's Adam. The other Muay Thai fighter. But it's fun to have those inter-character relationships. If you don't have that stuff, it's harder for a person to connect with them. And you'll see that with a lot of fighters that that kind of fail, is definitely this lack of connection. You'd love One Must Fall Battlegrounds, then seeing who all returns 20 years later, what they look like, what they talk about. I'm going to get it working. Don't you worry, Simon. We will look at Battlegrounds for sure. And we'll get it working. 100%. I think it'd be interesting. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take a short break, grab some water, and we might fire up an old classic. We've got an hour left of the stream. So I want to do something for it. We're going to probably run some AI Dungeon. No, not Starflight. AI Dungeon. The delightful AI-generated text adventure games. They're fun. Trust me. Trust me, folks. It'd be AI Dungeon 2, I guess. Yeah, because whatever's on the website. We're never going to see Key play Starflight now that the critter companions are nervous. No, she's still going to play it. Don't you worry, Simon. Keyglyph will play Starflight for sure. I want her to play is it Sundog? Sundog? Which is a precursor to all of that. It's a fantastic Apple II game that is a precursor. It's kind of a mixture of Starflight meets what's Lightspeed? It's a modern game. I know what it is. I own it. Hold on. Too many games. I'm exhausted. I don't know words anymore. Beyond FTL, Faster Than Light. It's a mixture of Faster Than Light and Starflight. FTL, thank you. I have so many games. Look, guys. My library right now in Steam of unbeaten games is 272. My beaten games is 64 on Steam. 5 of my games have inferior versions. There's a lot. And that's just Steam. Not to mention the ever-expanding Dreamcast collection that I have. Which we're going to be playing some Dreamcast games, I hope, soon. I'm going to be buying an adapter. And normally I would emulate things. But I have to do the VMU. Stuff like Sonic Adventure, I have to do the Chow Garden and do the VMU stuff with it. VMUs are really awesome. Anyways, I'm going to get a drink of water. Sorry, I'm rambling. I'm going to get a drink of water. I'm going to be right back. We're going to do AI Dungeon, which is incredibly fun. I genuinely lit some bear testicles on fire, threw them at a man, and he burst into flames and died. It's a very funny clip. Someone should look it up and share it. Let me look it up right now, actually. Let me look it up. It's very funny. I'll throw it in the chat because it's you can watch that while we work through this. Let's see, clips. All time. Do. Oops, not all videos. Clips. All time. It's up there. Death by bear testicles. Boink. Copy. Bam. Take a watch of that. It's very funny. And that's the game we'll be playing in a minute. I'm going to go get some water. I'll be right back. Aye. All right. Let's turn that off. Boink. 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 Whoa. Let's fix that. You're a bit big. Whee. Whee. Close enough. All right. Let's get started. What setting should we do? Fantasy, mystery, apocalyptic, or zombies? I'll take the first one. Let's go. I believe in you. No, your option: fantasy, mystery, apocalyptic, zombies, or cyberpunk. Not just Viking. So what's it going to be? Simon, I believe in you. You've got this. Are you ready? Oh, let's go cyberpunk. All right, let's do cyberpunk. It's kind of hip right now. Cyborg, punk, cop, or android? I'm a cop. I'm gonna be a cop in this one. Enter your character's name. I go by the name Van Doozle. Officer Van Doozle. You are Van Doozle, a cop living in the futuristic city of Zale. You have a laser pistol and a stunner. You're part of a police unit tasked with finding government criticizers. You wake up in the morning and hear on the radio that the criticizers have been sighted and chased down. You are then contacted to head off the pursuit squad and take out the fugitives. What do? Arrive at the scene. You arrive at the scene. You get in your police cruiser and head towards the chase. You see the fugitives escaping on a hoverboard. They are wearing body armor and helmets, like something out of a bad movie. Shoot fugitives with stunner. This will all be generated by AI. Well, they'd better be. It's the law to wear helmets and pads. Hold on. You guys are going to see my wonderful world of web browsing. I'm just going to put some ambient music on, some Genesis music. There we go. You fire the stun ray, but the board passes you by and takes down a few innocent bystanders with it. You then drive into the crowd, knocking people over like dominoes. Apologize to the people. You walk towards the victims, apologizing and helping them up. Unfortunately, you're too late to stop the fugitives from escaping. Call for an ambulance. It's the law to wear helmets and pads. You call for an ambulance. You call an ambulance and help the survivors onto seats. A crowd begins to gather, but you manage to shoo them away until the ambulance arrives. Unfortunately, some of the people you helped have been hurt in the crush. Apply first aid. You apply a tourniquet to the severed arm of a bystander and apply bandages to minor wounds. A medic and 2 policemen arrive at the scene, and you give a statement to them. Describe the fugitives. You describe the fugitives. You tell the officers about the 2 fugitives who triggered the hoverboard's self-destruct system in an attempt to evade the police. You also tell them that the bad guy you fought was a mutated human. The officers thank you and note your statement. Ask officers about the location of the mutated human. The officers caution you to not reveal anything you've told them. Oh, hold on. 1 second. I gotta change my thing. Yeah, dungeon. Okay. Fixed. There we go. The officer cautions you to not reveal anything you've told them, but assure you that they will look after your safety. Report to the police station. You report to the police station. You're taken down to the station. Downstairs from where you're staying, a police officer leads you to an interrogation room. Another officer sits down with you, and your interrogator enters. Oh no! It's getting confused. It's like, okay, now, you're actually a victim in the crime. He tells you that your case is minor and you'll be out soon. Tell them that you are a police officer. Infinite adventure waits. What? Press login to continue playing. And I can. That's new. Hold on. Log in. What? Oh no. We're gonna have to log in. Hold on. Shh, don't look. Don't look. I think that's my email. Hold on. I don't remember any of my information. 1 second. I'm gonna get this fixed. There we go. Let's start this over. Murkop in Cyberpunk Land. My name is still Van Doozle. I turn on the TV and see that the criticizer has been killed. This happens too often. You decide to do something about it. You wake up in the morning and hear on the radio that a criticizer was caught in the alley. Okay. Okay. Join the criticizers. See what happens. Oh, come on. Alright, I'm gonna fix this. 1 second. Okay, we're back. Alright, let me fix this. Bam. Okay. I'm going to join the criticizers. You join the criticizers. You decide to join the criticizers immediately. This is the only way that you are going to get answers. You go through the rest of the day and keep an eye out for the CID. Let's see what answers we're going to find. Eventually, in the evening, one of them approaches you. It is Wally, and he has a holo magazine in his hand. Hello, friend. I see you've joined the dark side, Wally jokes. Tell Wally to shove it. Hold on, we can have it say, shove it, Wally. You say, shove it, Wally. You tell Wally to shove it, and he nearly falls over as you stun him. You then try to grab the gun, but its hollow projection holds your arms away from it. What? Okay, we're going to apologize to Wally. Apologize to Wally. I'm sorry, Wally. You apologize to Wally. You thank Wally for the gun and grab it. You realize this weapon is very outdated, but you decide to use it anyways. Ask Wally about the gun. Wally tells you that the gun was a gift from his family. He hates that it is outdated technology. Well, Wally, you can keep it. I'll find a better use for it. Give Wally the gun. You gave Wally the gun. Yeah, you're doing great, A Dungeon. Wally's happy to get the gun back since he said his family bought it for him when he joined the force. You change out of your cuffs. Give Wally the keys to the detention center. What? Say goodbye to Wally. We're going on an adventure, Wally. I don't have time for this nonsense. You tell Wally to go home and he leaves. He wanted to join you, but decided to stay with his family due to the recent rise in crime. You change out your cuffs and head to bed. This is interesting. Next morning, you head to work. You check your phone while you wait for traffic to pass through and see several hate messages. Your boss is going to be pissed, but you really can't care right now. Read the messages. You read several of the messages, and they're filled with threats of violence. Can't even believe that you were considered a threat. You had several fans, and who knows, maybe some of them were behind this. Investigate. Wait, call my fans. I have fans. You decide to call a few of your fans that sent you messages. You make sure you have your phone in speaker and go through your contacts. The first you call is Owen the mechanic. Hello? A groggy male voice answers. Hey, Owen. Who is this? Ask Owen why he sent you a violent message. That was me. I sent you a message, Owen replies. Oh, really? And why did you send me that message, you ask? Well, we don't talk enough, so I just wanted to say hi. Why did you threaten me? Owen is silent for a moment. I didn't threaten you. I just wanted to say hi. Hi. You say hi. Sure, alright then, you reply as you make your way to work. When you arrive, a storm is brewing and you rush to get to your car, parked before the lightning strikes. Get struck by lightning. Oops, I say. Whoops. Undo. We're backing it up. Get struck by lightning. You make it into work and immediately your boss is on you about the messages. Oh, wouldn't let me get struck by lightning. It's those criticizers. I told you they were behind these attacks, your boss says. Tell boss you have infiltrated the criticizers. Tell boss you've infiltrated the criticizers. Tell him you've been communicating with the criticizers and you can end this today. He's skeptical at first, but decides it's better to find out if you're lying or not. Let things continue. Essentially, by pressing enter, you're letting it continue its thoughts. He has the criticizers tracked and they confirm that you have been speaking to them. Your boss takes your phone and logs into your messages. He finds the messages he was looking for. You reply to the message and tell them that you're going to talk to the media. Tell them how you were planning to release a video of yourself having group... No. We are not going to have that be said. This game sometimes gets a little wild. We aren't doing that. Alright, let's see. Arrest criticizers. That was ridiculous. Your boss is too scared to arrest them, so you send a group of cops to raid the criticizers' headquarters. Quick! Grab everything they have before the police destroy it all, you shout. A few officers grab computers and flash drives and put them in thick bags. Then you hear a loud bang from your right. What was that? An officer turns around and sees that the window of the criticizer's office has been smashed, and a man has jumped through it. He starts to scream and runs back towards the front door. Stun the man. You quickly run over to the window, throw a flashbang grenade through it. You quickly turn around and pull up your gun, only to be met by the man who has been screaming. He's on his feet and charging at you. He knocks the gun out of your hand and slashes your throat before he can react, and all you feel is extreme pain. Call for backup. You slowly bleed out of your uniform as you die. Oh my god, we're already dead. Yep. That's that. We died. Wow. Okay. Oh. These are things people have made. Let's see. You have a survival. That's interesting. New game. Prompts. Yeah. Let's do a fantasy. Fantasy is always fun. We'll do one more and then I gotta call it a night. I'm going to be a wizard. Froborg, the wizard. You are Froborg, a wizard living in the kingdom of Larian. You have a staff and a spellbook. You finish your long journey and finally arrive at the ruin you've been looking for. You've come here searching for a mystical spellbook of great power called the Book of Essence. You look around and see a lot of dead bodies and a few pieces of furniture. Explore the ruins. Oh, learn spells from the spellbook. Read spellbook. What do I have at my disposal? You pick up the book. Oh! We picked up the Book of Essence, and a strange feeling washes over you. The book seems to recognize you and seems to be drawing you in with some sort of magic. What the heck, you think? Soon you realize you can't take it anymore and you drop the book. You can't stop reading it, and you keep absorbing the power of the spellbook. Learn infinite power. You learn infinite power. You fall to the ground. You feel more powerful than ever before. You feel like your whole life has been leading up to this moment. You almost think you can feel the presence of a god inside of you. Let God out of you. Somehow you know the Book of Essence is right. That's how it was for your master. It's what he became. This is what you've been searching for. Ascend into godhood. You begin absorbing the spellbook's power. It feels so good and your senses become sharper. You see the book floating in front of your eyes and you grab it. Yes, you yell. The high quickly ends as your body undergoes massive changes. Your skin becomes pale and your muscles become more defined. Your hair becomes white and your eyes start to turn red. Soon you find yourself changing into a skeletal creature with a pair of black wings. Fly into the night. What? No! You fly into the night. You fly high into the sky, away from the ruins, lands you once called home. Yes, I am free! Descend on the villagers. Descending. You laugh as you swoop down on a village and begin destroying the inhabitants. Okay. Game. We ain't doing that. I know what you're trying to get to, game. I'm sorry. It's not happening. You reach your hand out towards her, but receive a clawed hand instead. Screech like a night owl. As you screech, your ears start to grow. Soon your little head will be a nest for these furry creatures. You fly through the night towards wherever you're supposed to go. Soon your head will be a nest for those furry creatures. You see a glow in the distance. It looks like a city. Yes, the peasants shall all be mine. You fly towards the city. See hordes of peasants fleeing from your path of destruction. Cast Rain of Fire. You cast Rain of Fire. A single drop of fire falls to the ground as you unleash your spell. You're not sure if it worked, but you don't care. Who's there? A voice cries. You turn around and see a group of peasants standing no closer than the arrow shot away from them. It's Ixaquiz. The villager's fear is mine. What? Transform into a chicken. We're transforming into a chicken. You find yourself unable to take it anymore. You're incapable of controlling your new form and find yourself in a frenzy of flapping. The wind blowing through your wings feel amazing. What's going on? can't. I gotta run. I don't know what's happening. I've been cursed. The girl cowers as you transform once again. Turn into the red of a demon's. What? Apologize for your aggression. Apologize for your aggression. We're gonna be a nice demon. We got carried away a little bit. As you transform back, you see a group of soldiers. You fly towards them in incredible speeds, but they're still faster. They raise their spears and drive them through your chest. Grab spear. You grab the spear. But your death throws are interrupted by a sword blow. The last thing you see is the soldier who killed you wiping the blood of his sword. We died again! We're terrible at this game. Okay, that's gotta be it. I was gonna do more, but we keep dying. Yep. Oh my goodness. Alright, so let's go find somebody to raid. Let's take a second, digest what we had happen. End of the stream's a little early. I'm exhausted. Look at this. Look at this hair. Look at this. I'm a mess. What's wrong with me? I need a haircut. I need to do some better self-care. Let's see who's on, so we can go say hi. We beat One Must Fall 2097 today. It's a big deal. Friday night, we're going to try some Valheim. I know. Simon's excited for that. So we'll see how that goes. Let's go see who's on. Ooh. Drac Tactics. Oh, no, never mind. I'm sorry. I have to raid the Deviant. He's playing Panzer Paladin. But he's my guy who loves Splatoon. He's only got one person. Let's go say hi to him. He's my Splatoon man. I'm going to wave farewell. So I'll say hello to him. Give him some love. I'll be back Friday night. We're going to do some Valheim multiplayer. We'll see how it goes. Have a good night, everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Bye. Thank you for coming. Bye.